Here we are with Godbound, Evicting Epistle, Season 2, Episode 10. I'm Devin, the referee, and to my left we have Explain Why.
Nicole playing Thea.
Tyler playing Matiel, the Pirate Queen.
Peter as Jose is the goat-headed.
Mark as Lothar.
Alright, gang. You know the drill. It's been 3 years. Recap last episode.
We united the tribes of paradise.
Okay.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Uniting and conquering.
No,
You call it paradise instead of its actual name.
Sounds like
Thon.
It's
imperialism.
about Thon.
Yeah.
Wow. You didn't even bother to learn the name of the place you conquered.
I just said it.
Thon?
Is that not it?
No, that's not it.
It's close though.
It's close.
Home.
T-H-A-U-M. Like thaumaturgy.
Okay, that makes sense. See, now I'm going to remember it. Anyways, we united the tribes of Thom. And then we went and we unlocked the Sky Gate, and we went through it, and we had a battle, an epic battle with some very death metal angels.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that went pretty well. And anyone else have anything to contribute? Bird? Go?
There were birds involved, yes. And they couldn't
I
beat my
wasn't here
meat.
last session.
Well, I wasn't
but
asking you, tree.
I killed all of his.
Oh yeah, there was a.
I killed his problem.
Alright, you spent a minute to give them all cancer.
Yeah, I haven't put that in the sheet or anything.
It didn't happen. Just kidding.
Mushroom cancer specifically.
I was just imagining them walking
Slip
around with
clickers?
like IVs.
Fungal
No,
is a bad way
like-
to go.
Mushroom
Right?
cancer, like fucking, they'll collapse on the ground. And mushrooms grow their eyes and mouths, and it's really horrifying. So people know to never betray us. And then they'll release spores to infect other people who would betray us.
There's a video game about that.
I know.
David Bowie's Labyrinth for the Amiga. Aggies Fun World Adventure for the
Fucking
Commodore 64.
clickers.
Okay, well, in that case, gang, that... What was that, Nicole? You bitch? You're making fun of me?
I was, yeah. You were sounding like, all right, Jay.
Alright.
Maybe I'll make you do stuff and I'll make fun of how you talk. Attack that self-esteem.
Negative 30,000 experience.
There it is. So I'm completely off balance now. What would you like to do this session?
Well, I guess intervening between last session and this session, we all went back home, and I dropped off the bushel of shards that I collected with
The
brackets.
gross.
Yeah, the gross. And they've been working on Godwalkers ever since, so those are starting to come off the line.
Yeah, how many months did we say we're going to pass?
I think let's go with 6.
6 now.
months.
Remember, listeners, time is erratic in this game, so 6 official months isn't like 6 30-day sets. It's more like
6 H's.
6 increments of time for gods and long-lived beings that don't really understand how time works.
Neat.
So a very long time has gone by.
Yeah.
And yeah, your factories have just been pumping out your Godwalker fleet.
Mm-hmm.
How big
The
is
Unchained
episode?
Fleet.
What do you mean, how big is the episode?
How long have we been here, and how big is my network? I mean, it got fucked from the,
The apocalypse?
yeah.
You're probably covered.
Probably not. It's like only like a mile a day, and the epistle's as big as like the world.
Could you dominion that to make it more?
Yeah, definitely. She could be like, I'm going to make a dominion change to the whole realm and resist my resistors. The resistors are very high.
Do it.
Why do people hate hospitals and the internet?
Because it sucks their souls.
I don't know, one of the people resisting is the GAN. Do you want to go talk to it?
I mean, I don't want to talk to it, but I wouldn't
Stop.
mind if people
Resist.
killed it. I say people, because, I'm not going to be very useful in that fight. I can
Thea
take-
goes
I
to
can
the
take
fight.
some
Oh no,
hits.
guys, I'm offloading. There's a bow in my chest. Use that. Use me as a bludgeon weapon.
Yeah, the GAN is here. Well, see you guys later.
For that.
I'll prepare your funeral rites. I can have your shards when you die, right? Alright, so a huge increment of time has passed.
Yeah, we'll try and during that time, Lothar will be organizing his cult and getting some people potentially and setting up a tournament. The first bird jamboree.
A birdament.
A birdament, yes. There we go. That is it. The birdament. We've had the birdemic. We've had the birdening. Now we have
The bird
birdament.
box.
We also had that.
I threw that up. Lothar threw that up as the name for the paradise, but it unfortunately.
It's gonna be the hot box.
So yeah, he's gonna have a big tournament because there's things about skills and stuff, and he's gonna kind of use that to sort of look at potential new priests for when he gets the religion formally going. Because we're not just having the whole thing run by one
Magma King,
who may or may not have been an actual idea of Lothar and doesn't really run the church in any way Lothar recognizes or has anything to do with it.
Sitting on a throne of gold with a pope hat and like silk robes and scepter.
He went to all the high priests, beat them up, took their hats and put their hats on top of his hat. And now he has a combined hat.
Is the Lord of Hats.
To be fair, that doesn't sound like he would be against the religion, because he specifically beat up all the stronger people, and so...
During that 6 months, Magma King had to have a dyadic, where they uninterred the leaders of the evil priests and like put their corpses on trial for being shitty.
That thing again. Again, that thing.
Well, it's an awesome thing Christianity does. Sometimes the popes get so bored because they didn't have Taco Bell or Netflix that they dig up their old predecessors and put them on trial. That's awesome.
Well, blaming the other person is kind of a long-standing political tradition.
Well, the problem is now we have heaven, now they can go to it and have a proper trial there. No.
Well, they won't go to heaven because they weren't proper worshippers.
Yeah, they were evil. They went to hell.
Well, it depends on Lothar here. Well, he sent them to hell.
You can't just hoover up souls that aren't... Oh, I guess you can. Yeah, never mind.
I mean...
Why can't he?
Oh, because they were his worshippers before they became apostate.
Yeah, but they became apostate. They turned their back on the religion.
Yeah, but he still controls where they go when
he
they
gets
die.
to choose whether they're kicked out of his religion or not.
The
You
last,
can't actually choose to be kicked out of a religion.
yeah, the last god that they swore their allegiance to and accepted them has the dibs.
Dibs.
At least in proper god mode. It's like, oh, if you swear your thing to someone else, well, you're fucked. You have to find some other deity that will take you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to build a penal colony in Paradise just to rehabilitate these guys. Or maybe I'll get some bodies for them so they can spend a couple centuries doing, I don't know, building a castle or something on the moon.
Yeah,
What you do with your wedge is your business.
Slavery.
Oh yeah, we'll also start working on, he'll take, some stuff for the Paradise. But the big thing coming up is the Jamboree, and of course, we'll have it outside the city because I think technically you guys are invited. So,
Which city?
well, not in this one. We'll have it outside the city.
So that Azazel and his goblins can come.
Or we could just have it in like a huge open field,
Yeah, that's cool too.
away from everything. We could erect like a temporary city there.
Yeah.
Or we could have it in a huge open field away from all of your guys' defenses. I mean, just saying.
We could go to that Sickle of Evil. That's a good
Well,
place
I mean-
to have a tournament.
See, I have no evidence that you're at all working to betray us, but like, the fact that you have so many Godwalkers is putting me the fuck on edge.
You're so paranoid.
Yes.
And like I
It
love
has
I love
every
how
reason.
betrayal is like this huge trigger from you. Like the slightest inkling of anything.
If an
And
Ace
you're like yeah.
But it's
if an
such-
Adrian
no.
sneezes at the wrong moment, she's like, "Is that betrayal?"
or do you not love me anymore?
No, like, the first time I was playing like Prince in the Universe, where we first took our, Godbound into the ink, we had our first faction turn. On the one turn, like, hey, my cult has influence in the city that, Nicole's been like, betrayal? What are you doing with it?
Like her head spun all the way around and made a eagle screeching sound at Peter for 5 minutes.
You're taking interest in my city.
Yeah,
Oh
she's-
no!
And she's like, damn, I'm going to spend all my divinity to kill Peter in real life. How much is that?
in real life.
Damn it, I want to get the wishing engine and wish all of us dead, including myself, so he can't win.
If I'm dead, no one can betray me.
I want to explode with power. I mean, vengeance. I mean, betrayal. But, yeah.
To be fair, you were a reincarnation of my slave dad.
Re-exaltation.
Same thing. Not really, actually, but still, same thing. You also were like the exact same person as him. Like, merchant, prince, and like, you had the exact same story as him, just coincidentally. It's like, no, you're just him, what the fuck?
I'm a JoJo reference. Anywho, Tournament of Power.
So you're going to have a tournament.
Right. It's not just a martial arts tournament. That is, of course, there is martial arts involved, but it's like, it's...
What the fuck's a martial art? What the fuck's a martial
A
art?
strife tournament, whatever.
I know that. No, even if it was like what the fuck? Like, you're the only one who knows one. What do you think other people invented fucking kung fu with David Carradine? This is like cavemen times.
Well, I'm sure
The
there'll
whole
be at
point of
least
the
one person
tournament
with
is
the
for
elemental
Lothar to
ones.
just like self-flagellate himself.
Right?
I'm the best at this
He's
thing
not-
that I
he's not-
invented.
He's not. No, it's the idea is that a bunch of people who are good at different things show off their skills.
How about we make this tournament and then we invite that, Tyrannosaurus Rex from the first episode and kick his shit in.
Well, it's if I understand correctly, it's a celebration of all of our faiths. So
Yeah,
one of the
we are
things
not
that
participating.
one of the things that you're bringing forth is feats of strength and martial prowess that other people can come and participate and learn in.
There's also
And there will also be like dancing from my people, which your people will participate in and learn. And you can have some kind of like
Yes, I'm listening.
I'm sure there'll be.
Artifice stuff.
You'll have the smart people will do the artifice stuff, and then I'm sure you'll have the big tent of all
debauchery.
of debauchery.
Fun stuff.
I'm sure Aesurin can show up. You can have the tournament of Aesurins. See who is the most Aesurin of all the Aesurins.
Plus,
That sounds boring. Let's get drunk.
every month, my religion has a celebration where there's like tournaments and stuff like this. Not usually martial tournament. Well, no, there are martial tournaments stuff like that too. It's just
It's
smaller scale and like feasts and stuff. So people that have won that probably want to come and participate in this. They're not gonna fucking beat your followers. It's impossible to beat your followers in martial combat.
But there's like I said, he's got
like
different
finger
ones.
of death.
It's modeled after the Scouts. There's like a bunch of different things for like.
It's a place for us all to learn about each other's faiths and pastimes
Yeah,
and
develop
traditions.
new skills and knowledges, because that's a big thing about.
Acers are definitely going to
Well,
join a lot of these and use magic to cheat their way through.
Did the rules say you couldn't use magic? Because if they didn't, then there's no
What
cheating
is
involved
magic?
here. You just,
If there's no cheating, they won't enjoy it.
Where it's like, you have to cross this rope bridge and show your physical prowess. Acerin's levitating disc. Levitation. You have to unlock this ancient locking mechanism. Acerin's magic disjunction.
well, he just calls things after himself.
I
He's
wouldn't.
These bitches don't know any better.
It's like, to finish this challenge, you must grasp the key from around my neck. Acerin's crushing hand.
I think that I somehow don't think that either that our crossing a rope bridge is a very likely challenge for my followers either, for reasons that should be.
What if they're hammered?
Yeah.
It's like, you can't use your wigs. It's like, I won't. Acerin's slippers of spider climb.
I use my fist to punch the air so I can fly.
Yeah, they're gonna be shitty like that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't win all the events, I'm sure there's a few times.
They're not gonna win all the events. No. They're gonna win some, and definitely gonna compete in the child events,
But what events?
the kid events.
For kidnapping children.
Like, the sack. Like, two
He's
people.
a kid. He's not a kid. Well,
I
he
won.
was born yesterday.
I was born yesterday.
I mean,
A lot of them are.
The toddler Acerins are definitely gonna compete. They're full-grown men who are tying their legs together in the three-legged race. And being like, we're gonna beat you, you little bastards.
Some of them just grow a third leg and just, I have infinite power.
three-legged race, yeah. That guy just does really terribly because he doesn't actually know how to walk with 3 legs. He's like, oh, this is a terrible idea. I'm too drunk for this.
Oh, God.
Alcoholism's a heavy thing in our game. It happens all the time.
It really shows up. There's some undisclosed issues there. Alcoholism, weird promiscuity, and just people being garbage fires.
Slavery. Our main team.
That also does come up all the time.
I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to deal with that.
Have some pro-slave game once?
No.
No, God.
It'll never be
Anyway,
solved.
so you're having contests of strength and skill.
And yeah, basically, and various merit badge stuff.
Perfect. What else? Who else is contributing to this?
And we're going to have a lot of dances and...
Cultural arts.
Full
Yeah.
dances.
You guys gonna erect like temples and buildings around here and stuff for the party because you guys can just, do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, it doesn't have to be goddamn tents. It can be like giant goddamn cathedrals and stuff.
And I'm going to deploy the aeromancers to make sure that all the weather is perfect.
Yeah, it's like a nice little isolated area of calm.
I mean, you wanted to build some them somewhere, as if you don't really have that many cities. You can always build this and this city afterwards. Like, we repurpose this, area we use for a tournament. Now it's a proper city, because,
My people will bring a lot of the food. Once again, a lot of honey stuff. A lot of insect and mushroom-based foods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, participate in the games. Heal up people that get hurt in the fighting stuff.
Yeah. We have a whole bunch of refugees that we've liberated from the Hyper Elves. A large number of them have become pirates, but not everyone is cut out for piracy or combat. And we don't exactly just, toss those people back.
Let him throw them back.
this one's effective.
So we're also kind of treating this as just it's just good to have a festival, just boost morale, get some of these people a little happier.
Also, then they can see all of our different religions and what they're about, so we can...
Why
Choose.
would they need to see that?
Fucking choose their
Don't
Hogwarts
you
house.
have to be a pirate, basically, in your religion?
No.
Oh. I thought it was... That was, what it was about.
They gotta choose their Hogwarts house.
Yeah.
Just make a little, hat that, tells you which house you are. And all of them say Matiel.
Why did we let him make the sorting hat?
I don't know, because I guess he wanted it the most.
It's the only one who understands haberdashery.
Why does the hat make a bleat of pleasure when you put it on? Don't ask.
That was Azazel's influence.
It gets pleasure when it sends someone to Matiel. See, and then it's, fair, because,
The fucking grind dancing hat from Wizard People to your ear.
Oh dear. We're off to a great start.
Yeah, there it is. So, the area is lush and verdant. There are buildings everywhere. People are celebrating, entering contests. There's food aplenty. This is like a multi-week, maybe season-long event where people are just getting together and having a huge fun time.
This seems reasonable.
Zooming in, what do you guys want to do specifically? Who do you want to hang out with?
I'd like to go find Asara, who is my head aeromancer. She is a former slave of the Hyper Elves as well. Has devoted her entire life to studying magic. And now she is, as I mentioned, my chief aeromancer. She teaches at the academy in Derico. I'd like to go and see what she's up to.
Okay, is she here at the party?
Yeah, well, like I said, we brought the aeromancers over to oversee the weather of the thing, so she is probably doing that, making sure that everyone is fulfilling their assigned roles correctly, that all the wards and spells are being cast. Individual aeromancers don't have a huge range because it's just low magic, so she needs to get a big network of them operating at once to cover this field.
That makes a
I
lot of
imagine
sense.
it's a lot of overseeing and logistics that go into that.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Alright, well, yes, she is coordinating with people for the event. They're setting up different weather patterns, warm breezes, sun showers, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Sun shower. Jeez.
Well, people like sun showers. They're fun.
You gotta have variety. You can't just have plain, arid heat.
People
all the
like
time.
sun showers.
people like
Showers of sunlight.
That's not what sun
It's just
showers
rain
are.
during the day, dickhead.
Not an epistle.
That's all it is. It's just it's clear. You know, it's light out and it's raining. It's fun.
Maybe we should find all the seasons and like Chimera bond them all together.
Oh yeah, seasonal, I think.
Yeah, I remember the seasons. They're on your kill list.
That
before
can't
you,
possibly go wrong.
We surpassed you.
I mean,
don't
we-
need you anymore.
I mean, you've got shards in you.
There's shards in those animals.
You know?
So, Isara, how's the weather network?
It's going well, God.
Good,
This will
good.
be, it'll hold for the entire festival.
That's good to hear. I know that this kind of magic can be complicated, difficult to pull off.
The weather systems here are difficult ever since the calamity.
Yes, I'd like to see what I can do to fix that at some point, but there's been a lot on my plate.
Well, we've seen the war machines.
Yes, I'd like to speak with you about that a little. Can you step away from your work, walk with me for a bit?
Of course, yeah, she'll join you as you're walking through. You know, it's a nice, balmy summer day.
Okay. So what do you know of the war machines?
They were christened in your cathedrals.
Yes. Do you know their purpose?
I believe war.
Yes, but not just any war, not senseless expansion or slaughter or acquisition of resources.
Those are fun.
The final war. War to end all wars.
I created these for the purpose of liberation. The hyper-elves are the world's greatest slavers. The kindly masters need to be taught a lesson. I plan to go after them soon.
A daring plan. Dangerous.
Dangerous even for me. There is a chance I might not make it back.
That can't be true.
The kindly masters are a formidable enemy. I know you too started your life in service to them. And I know you have many duties here in Derico. You administer a great deal. You've spent your life building up this arcane academy and library. I wanted to give you a choice to come with me against our former slavers, or to stay and oversee your studies. Both roles are important. I need generals and lieutenants at my side when I go in, but I also need capable administrators behind to make sure that all that we've built and created here doesn't fall to ruin while I'm away. So, take your time, think about your answer.
Of course I'll join you.
I'm glad to hear that.
Without hesitation.
Well, I'll let you get back to your work here. I will inform you when we're getting ready to head out.
Yes, of course. The great work must continue.
Yes, and you might want to appoint a successor for when you leave.
I have a few in mind that are half decent.
Good. I can't tell you how happy I am to know that you'll be coming with us.
Thank you, God.
Well, I'll see you around.
She kind of just waits for you to leave, and she goes about her business. She waits for you to leave first.
Okay. I'll go off to one of Lothar's tests of strength and just kind of spectate that for a little bit.
What's going on in the test of strength, Lothar? Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, the test of strength, I think, would be probably lots of over-the-top style arm wrestling, where for certain groups of people, no one has to battle for the custody of their kid. There's a reference no one yet. Let's see, huge boulder lifting.
Arm wrestling?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
you got that reference.
The Truckers.
Really bad movie.
There's a trucker movie about truckers who arm wrestle for custody of their kids.
It's like Kramer.
Dexter
with arm wrestling.
made fun of it once. Dexter's Lab.
But no, and then of course there's a lot of creatures that don't have arms, so there's a fair amount of boulder lifting. Unfortunately, that gets completely disrupted by Acerins.
Yeah, I'll
cheating
watch
like
some of the
crazy.
Acerins cheating, and I will start counter cheating.
And then there's a bunch of people dressed in masks who never speak much. They kind of go, "Arrgh," who do really well and seem to get a lot of attention. We just showed up out of nowhere.
All right, a lot of growly mask people.
I'm suspicious, but if they're your people, I guess I'll let it slide as long as they're not attacking my hives and stealing my honey.
Oh God.
Try to beat those 4 HD, monsters.
But Lothar actually doesn't. His worshippers don't actually have a might ritual on them. I never actually gave them that one. So
Like a might gift.
they have the martial art and they have wings. But I don't actually think I did. And they have the low magic path. But that's the only 3 things they have. Is if
I
that
mean,
wasn't
if
enough.
you got your true strife, you are a hero.
True.
So you don't really need HP buffs. You're
No,
already.
it's already
Murder house.
pretty crazy.
They're not lesser foes to us.
They're not?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like, looking at Storms of Ijao, there are like 6 heroes out there, and 3 of them are, greater foes for like God was like even like 8th level. So, good luck.
Damn, what if they betray you?
Yeah, actually,
You can fray them.
I mean, he's recruiting bears.
Well, someone needs to be your nemesis.
Where is Azazel while all this is going down?
Probably getting hammered with Aristotle.
With what?
Aristotle, his soon to be high priest, a bear, was a philosopher.
I fucking love that name. That's amazing.
Fucking bear style.
That's amazing.
Yep.
I could totally see a couple bears just entering your religion and doing really, really
No
well.
shit. Like, the first moment we saw it, like, oh man, I want them. Just pump them up, make them smarter than the average bear. So yeah, festivities. Woo.
We should draw fucking Thea in the park ranger's outfit.
But the Yogi Bear guy.
Yeah.
Hey, boo boo.
I want to watch how the refugees are interacting with the various factions, how they're getting along with the bird people, how they're getting along with the Acerins.
Most of the refugees are from the Elflands.
Yes.
Oh, this is new and strange and not really used to not being servile. So if people tell them to do something, they kind of just do it. Like, people are cutting in line with them constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, who's not telling them to not be servile? Just kidding.
But do I notice that there's any faction or group who is, to any extent, like, looking out for them or treating them better than others?
Not really.
Not really.
It's a kind of ruthless world you live in.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Who are you expecting to be looking out for them?
Yeah.
The Bird Scouts?
Do the Bird Scouts?
Yeah, that's kind of... I mean, like, although they'd probably let minor things go, like, they're not going to jump in, but if someone was actually, like...
No one's picking them upside down and shaking the money out of them.
Yeah, like...
But it's all like, hey, can I go here? And they're like, yeah, sure. Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go for it.
I
sure.
probably would... That would probably just go right
subtle.
right under their heads.
It's bird that be bird.
Also, more people are mercenaries.
Yeah, again,
Just saying.
it's subtle.
Yeah.
They're just super amicable, naturally. That's it. It's not like they're like, eating their guts and they're like, yes, sir, take some more.
They're not shoe.
They're little goats.
What about the goats? They're peer pressuring them to do stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, eating the guts. The guts, leaving them, and they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but they're like crushing beer cans and, peer pressuring a lot of the refugees to do stuff they probably wouldn't do.
Drink, chug.
I think as I notice this all going on and it kind of escaping the notice of the other factions, that they're being maybe pushed aside a little docile, I'm going to start subtly exerting influence over the area.
Oh yeah, this party's gonna last long enough that that'll take effect.
Okay. to just bring it to the level of attention for everyone here, and then just sort of see how it threshes out.
Oh
Sure.
God, we're shitty people.
Yeah, you guys, how does this fucking work out with your 3 fucking factions?
I think, Lothar's guys are going to try and they'll start heading down and talking. You know, he'll start. Oh, I guess I better throw some prestiges because these people don't know anything about the faith. So yeah, some of the Bird Scouts will come down and start handing out stuff and like books of philosophy on self-reliance and.
Yeah, my
Here, have this good book.
my people,
Read the Book of Mormon, Bob.
like especially when Azazel's people are like pressuring them into doing stuff they really don't want to do. Be like, whoa, whoa, whoa! She doesn't want to go with you. You're not her boyfriend.
Yeah. And the people probably like, oh, there's influence exists on them, showing them that they're shitty people. They maybe like, oh no, we're shitty. We need to get drunk to forget about it.
There it is.
Sad drinking.
Drink to forget.
Depressed drinking.
What are the rest of you up to?
I'm not really up to anything specific. It's a festival. I'm just being at the festival, being around the people
Fast in attention by Acerins.
and other people. Yeah.
What do you eat? Like, if people offer you food, do you eat it?
Yes. Depends what it is.
And it's just like, you want a bear claw?
Yes.
It's a deep fried severed bear claw.
Very bony.
It gives it the crunch.
Don't offer these to regular people. They would die. They would die.
Yeah, the Acerins just cast magic weapon on their mouths, and they're good to go.
I mean,
Or
no-
just, eat bones because they're awful creatures. Awful, awful
the
creatures.
suck on the marrow is the good part.
Yeah, but you don't just like eat the full bone. You're gonna fucking get punctures in your
You
tummy.
eat around it and they
You're
break the
weak.
bones.
And,
Not if you have access to infinite healing.
and just make sure you keep it well cooked, or else you can have fun with. We can find out if trichinosis exists in the epistle.
What's that?
Trichinosis?
I thought that was when you eat people.
It's cannibalism one.
It's
Yeah, but these are bears.
virtually all bear meat is contaminated with trichinosis.
Really? Why?
It just is. And that's why you gotta cook it.
That's weird.
Godless killing machines without souls.
Because they eat everything and they live in the wild. Like, they eat everything.
Fun. Damn you, unclean bears. Well, I guess that's a wrap then, unless someone has something else.
Well, this will keep going for a while. I mean, we can leave technically once we've gotten the basic festivities underway. We can start doing...
And then it becomes a self-perpetuating, festival, tournament thing, and it goes on forever.
a couple seasons, then we'll be like, oh, that's still going on. We should probably make that like a once every decade thing or something, and
I don't know.
I think we should call it the Bird Olympics.
Well, let's see how long they can go. So, what else are people up to in the downtime? What else is going on? What are the other projects?
Setting up the paradise.
What do you do with the paradise?
Well, Lothar already knows what he wants to do with his share. He wants to turn it into his thing into a big verdant jungle. It's very wild at the center with basically monsters that show up and small villages and lots of big creatures for people to fight. With the sides around the edges being a little bit more kind of
Cliffy, so the
little-
monsters can't escape.
well, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Plus, there'll be like a bunch of like villages, little villages in the cliff, like civilizations, so that you don't have to fight all the time if you don't really want to. Lothar's people aren't that constrained if they want to go visit, although if it gets ridiculous, obviously the other gods will complain. So. That's only that's a probable plausible change because it's a.
If you're in
it's
paradise, everything is a plausible
Yeah, everything's
change.
plausible.
So, Mattia, what are your plans? Because you've got a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, I want to... I can just talk to my followers, right? Wherever they are.
Yeah,
I
you
can
just use
apparate for
speech
them?
and language.
Yeah.
Use your mouth magic.
Across a distance.
You talk louder.
Okay. I want to talk to Yan.
You're such a son of a bitch.
Right? Alright, Yan's there. Yellow.
Hey, how goes the mission?
Was this the mission to find the heroes?
Yes.
Going great.
Did you find them?
I did. They were actually in a nega dimension for a little while. You've been gone a while, God.
Yeah. Well, I was up to some stuff. Where are they now?
They're celebrating in Free Nocturnus.
Oh, great. That's perfect, actually. Could
Yeah,
you
the High Bishop's just crowning them heroes of the realm.
could you tell them that I would like to speak to them and that I am on my way?
Sure. And they're executing the war criminals.
Which
Who are the
war?
war criminals?
The Nocturnus Council.
Why are they war criminals?
They had like a big list of reasons about how they contravene basic human freedom and the power of self-sacrifice. It's this whole thing.
Okay.
It takes something from the man. They have taken too much from too many.
Does that counteract the deal we made with them being our, with us being your gods?
I mean, those guys are dead.
I mean, the city is ours. That's all that
They
matters.
sacked it in those 6 months.
Can you give me like a quick briefing on them and the situation before I head over?
Well, they were in a neg dimension fighting some sort of moon emperor king from when the moon was blown up. If you don't know, the moon was blown up a little while back.
Oh, okay.
And he was infesting the world with chaos spawn, and they fought him back, brought him back to his castle, apparently slew him in a climactic battle. Then using using the information they found there, traced back his conspirators to Free Energy to the city of Nocturnus, and found that the people were living in a caste structure, and decided to overthrow the unnatural abominations of undeath.
Neat.
Okay.
They said that the city was acting as a giant cannibalistic vampire that was taking away the spirit of man.
Okay.
Arm them with 5 Godwalkers, point them towards Crimson City. Vom.
Well, if you could kindly ask them not to head out anywhere in the near future and let them know that I'm on my way, and then just send a quick prayer to me after that's done. Let me know what the situation is.
Do you
and
want
I'll
to
make all haste?
Do you want me to stay by them until you're here?
Yes, please.
I can do that, God.
I mean, you guys are on friendly terms. I
Yes,
assume?
they think I'm a colorful spirit of the flowers.
Well,
They're not
I mean,
wrong.
yeah.
Oh, I am ever since I lost that job. That's basically all I do.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let them know. Let them know we're on our way.
Can do, God.
And then I'm going to call for a council.
Council of Gods?
Yes.
Alright, middle of the party.
The meeting has been declared.
To the god place? We don't have one.
No,
Shut
I
up,
assume that we
please.
can. I mean, the festival's still going on. We can just go to like a big pavilion that's overlooking whatever the largest tournament is at the moment. Just kind of sit back, talk while that's all going on.
Okay.
Yes.
You're drunk.
I'm always drunk. Don't judge me. Why aren't you drunk? You're sober. I don't trust sober.
Do I have God music?
Oh,
You mean
God.
the gunk?
That seems nice.
So, as you all know, I've been building a grand army.
Yes.
Of the Republic.
You mean like Lovar Grant? You know, we're...
Could you do me a favor? Just say, so it's treason then?
You mean like Lovar big, where they're like every person can punch us and knock our teeth in?
Well, I've been focusing more on the construction of Godwalkers.
No.
I've been building the Unchained Fleet, and I intend to sail it towards the forest of the kindly masters and liberate my people. But in order to do it, I want to recruit 6 generals who are a bit of a element of chaos in this whole equation. I don't entirely know how it's going to go. They may be under the influence of an angel who is potentially hostile to us. That
Are you talking about the magical girls who hate me because that angel told me I'm the nemesis?
A lot of people don't appreciate you the way I appreciate you.
How do you appreciate her?
That's we don't need to go into it.
I forgot the magical girls were.
I think that they could be a great asset, and I want to convert them to my side.
So it's treason then.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone at the festival. Said that there was some really crazy stuff going in Nocturnus. I sent a bunch of my guys down there.
Nocturnus has been sacked, and the council has been deposed and murdered.
Oh,
Weren't they the reason we were able to have churches there?
they sacked our things?
Oh yeah.
Man, not again. This is their show all over again.
They are powerful agents, and if they continue to go unchecked, they will be a thorn in our side.
So
But-
let's check them.
If they could
Check
be
your privilege.
brought around, they could be a great and formidable asset.
As long as they're not directly opposing us, if they keep going around blowing up our allies, that's kind of...
Well, I want to go down there and I want to recruit them. I want to arm them, and I want them to point them at the kindly masters.
That seems like having lots of...
Right. How much are you arming them? If they turn around,
The fucking cargo ship comes by.
well, that's a lot of firepower. They could murder us with those things.
But they won't, because they'll be on our side.
I mean, you say that, but how do you know? Will you enslave them with your mind magic?
No, I won't arm them unless I'm confident that I can bring them around to my point of view.
What exactly is
So
your
enslave
point of
them with
view?
your mind magic?
Remember, teaching children the ABCs is slavery.
What?
That was a reference to an idiot who told me that my character in the other Exalted game was the most evil because I had education, free education for people.
Was he saying that in character or out of character, or...?
He was not in the
I
game.
think he was trolling.
I don't think he was. I think he's
Well,
just
It's like the guy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Who's like the arch...
Indoctrination.
Ugh.
So, I'm going to head to Nocturnus. I'm going to talk to these ladies. And we're going to thresh things out.
Would you like
Does
some...
anyone want to come with me?
Yes, so that you don't die
Why did they sack
if you were
Nocturnus?
wrong.
It was a bastion of oppression and slavery and counter to the
literally
ideals
wasn't.
of freedom.
It was a free city where everyone was free to do whatever they wanted and also were fed and free and happy.
I think these people will make excellent servants of yours. They seem to be very in line with your views.
I know, right? Like,
Didn't
I have
they
a
just
good
murder-
feeling about this.
Did they just murder it because of the vampire city? Will they do the same to Crimson with 5 Godwalkers? Crimson will be smeared. You've seen Crimson? He's kind
Not-
of weak.
Not lately.
In decreasing frequency.
Well, maybe he got the wind of things and he doesn't want to play around. I don't blame him.
If you want to recruit them, then yeah, we will. Sure, I would be happy to accompany you. Though we have many things we need to kill in this world.
I'm not going to come because
Aw, fuck you, Nicole.
they're nemesis and they hate me.
Don't.
So you can
can't
work
just
it out
work
with them. You know,
Well,
we talking magic.
Out of character, if they fight, can't you just be like, see ya and warp out? You're still in this reality.
Purity of brilliant law. No.
Also, they have stupid ideals that make me angry.
Stupid ideals. Oh no.
Because they don't like people being happy. They like them living in huts on the ground and starving to death.
Like nature intended.
And you want to recruit to fight the kindly masters?
You don't know what the nature wants. The nature is an entity. It has its will. Use Star Trek.
Nature, meaning Fui, is a bitch.
Ah.
So, we'll head down, and you two will hold the fort?
I can come down. I don't care.
Okay. I mean, you're going to need to rebuild your temple anyways.
Yeah, we'll need to pay.
I'll bring some of the giant pile of platinum.
I think it's got Mayfrel. Whatever.
Oh,
You
you
know
know what money
bits.
is.
Cue card guy? Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
Smite! New cue card guy.
Is this some cue card guy?
Well, no, he said platinum instead of no.
I was like, oh,
You've made your last mistake.
It appears my translator is not properly representing me and has failed. Maybe I'll kill him.
A betrayal!
Everyone's a nemesis.
Alright, well, we'll head down on the kitten. Lasagna can take us down.
All right, you're going to Nocturnus?
We're going to Nocturnus.
Oh,
Should we take the kitten or should we take the lemur? Or should we take the kitten and the lemur?
Why?
Yes.
Everything?
Good thinking, Lothar.
Just take all of our precious bits.
Lothar nods sagely as though that made sense.
Just take all of our precious bits, put them right next to Nocturnus, and let them suck us, so they'll get their power. All the weapons.
I thought it sounded like you said suck us, by the way.
I mean, if they want that, I'd say they'll never say no. So yes.
Oh my god. All right, let me. I got a song for listening. Pause. Okay, you fly to free Nocturnus. The ghoulish spires, black metal, pulsing dark energy, and clouds have all been dispelled. The towers themselves are covered in banners and flags. There are birds flying everywhere, doves. There's clean running water everywhere that's been churned out. The towers themselves have been clad in marble. It looks like some sort of medieval Knights of the Round Table, beautiful medieval city now.
Man,
They've like built keeps over it and stuff.
This has turned quite quickly, man.
We haven't been gone a while.
It looks on full on Minas Tirith. That funky city from Lord of the Rings.
I like the birds.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn to Rufio. You're like, so you've spent time with these people. What tact would you recommend? Can you give me an in?
Be polite, be earnest, try not to hurt people, admit to your feelings, just kind of be a good person at them.
Okay.
They don't like
There are also large statues of like what looks like kind of crude renditions of the old gods. Not any of the evil ones, the good ones.
You mean the 2 old gods plus 1, or
No, there's like Joliar. So Joliar is like a big clown statue of a guy with rainbows between his hands that are crystalline. There's a giant statue of a woman with a blindfold and cloaks that are like very blue and royal looking. There's like weird elf things and stuff. Just these fucking garbage D&D generic good gods.
the never-born gods, because they'll never be born here.
Right? And remember that time you went to that kingdom in the north and it was full of powerful people and you just forgot about it after season 1?
We had bigger problems to worry about.
Yeah, it's not that we really forgot about them, it's more that the world exploded.
We did go back there.
No, not this season.
Oh, okay.
Right? Anyway, yeah, this place is hustling and bustling. There's no more undead.
Good. I'm gonna manipulate the
kill
weather
them.
so that there's a nice, like, arcing rainbow bridge that follows us in.
Okay.
These magical girls really like genocide.
What was that, Nicole?
I said these magical girls really like genocide.
Just clean up the dead. They're banishing them. That's not like, killing them. It's freeing their souls.
No.
To go to hell.
You can say the same thing about murder, but you shouldn't because it's wrong.
It's epistle.
There's like churches everywhere and stuff, and they look like out of place, European cathedrals and stuff.
So we've got the rainbows. Lothar will, of course, do a little control on the birds, and they'll have the doves and stuff majestically following us in.
Don't use that word. That's
Assert
my word.
control over anything.
Oh?
I said I wouldn't assert control over anything while we're here. But you could just talk to the birds.
Okay.
Birds.
Ask them politely.
Anyway, what do? Do you fly over the city? Do you land? Do you
Yeah, well, I mean, we fly over the city on, like, our big rainbow bridge until we hover over the main square, and then I'll have, like, the rainbows, like, go down to the ground, and then we'll all just kind of jump off,
So it's
float down.
invasion then.
Sure. You land in the middle of Times Square. There's, or like the main square. There's like lush markets, healthy-looking people, humans.
Oh
I've
no.
never seen these fucking things before. They're weird.
The mots of the epistle.
Yeah, there's like bustling markets and statues and fountains and like, cobbled stone.
Where is Yan? I assume I can tell where he is.
Ah, yeah, he's in the castle.
Okay, so then we head to the castle.
All right, people are looking at you. There are guards dressed in like gleaming white armor with crystals all on them and like staffs that have like energy crackling through them.
Okay.
They're all tall and lanky.
I just kind of put my hands on my 2 new swords. Not in a threatening way, but in just like a... They're nice and gleaming and artifacty, so just kind of showing them off.
Sure.
I'm carrying.
Alright, yeah. Big, wide steps leading up to an even cartoonishly bigger castle. There's heraldry everywhere. You guys are just walking, all 4 of you.
Kind of dance shuffling.
Yep.
Alright. You make it up to the castle. It doesn't have gates. It leads right in to, like, audience chambers.
I'm really waiting for the record scratch.
It's a giant monster that eats you.
Haha, it's a bomb!
Duck and cover.
Well, the big question is Tea's network here? Or did they purge it?
Yeah, there's no
she
network
discon-
here.
Oh no, Tea's
All right,
mortal
guys.
now.
It's 9
Thea's
o'clock.
not here.
Now the God Purge begins.
Thea's like, these people hate specifically me.
So,
Not
Let me
only
go-
for my own good am I not here, but also if you want to negotiate with them, probably shouldn't bring their mortal enemy.
We brought you this gift of your mortal enemy. Have it. It's a betrayal then.
Do you know what those things are? Pointing at the humans.
never seen them before in my life. Some kind of derivative goat species, I think.
They're the future mods. When you take all the different people and they mix them together. They're the muddiest of the mudbloods.
Interesting.
Use that word.
So when we're in here, just follow my lead.
Yeah, okay.
I can dance like you.
Bird head tilt.
Alright, let me just pause. Alright, we're back.
Woo!
So yeah, there's like fountains and waterfalls in here. There's like peacocks and exciting exotic animals kind of walking around in the garden. Big heraldic banners telling stories of like heroism and chivalric victories. All sorts of shit. And yeah, there is a woman sitting on a throne. She's wearing what looks like between a mix of battle armor and like a sort of royal garment, like a dress of some sort. She looks specifically partially hyper-elvy, kind of like what, Yadael's people is. The weird things that come out of the hyper-elf forest.
Yep.
And, yeah, this place is crawling with knights.
Okay. I'll flourish a deep curtsy. Do I see Yan around anywhere?
No.
I'll say.
God,
Yeah,
why are you bowing
crucified.
before me?
Behind a display case, pinned.
I'm safe.
My name is Matael. I believe you are expecting me.
Yes, you are the god of freedom.
Yes.
I am Liberia, queen of Free Nocturnus.
Well, then the pleasure is all mine.
She should start singing the song from
The Evil Queen.
the Lego movie where she's like, I'm totally not evil.
Rightful monarch of this land of free people.
It's I love what you've done with the place.
The look on Nicole's face, it's disgusting. She's so angry.
Good thing Tails not here, otherwise it'll be smite. Smite of a smite. Bees everywhere.
Your herald, Yan, he says that you've come here to speak to the champions of freedom.
I have.
Well, the Knights of the Broken Shackle will be more than happy to have audience with you.
She's stealing all your fucking keywords here.
Well, I mean, we're operating within the same kind of set.
She uses her giant scepter, like, tap the ground, and, like, people start filtering in. 6 people, and then a bunch of other people that look like they have, you know, variations on their armor and colorations and themes. It's like a whole other Godbound party here.
Sorry, a Godbound party?
Yeah, because, like, you all look weird and shit. They're obviously not Godbound, Nicole. Chill the fuck out.
Choose your words more carefully.
No. These people have guys. They sought out actual guys. Oh yeah, they all kind of come out in a rainbow array. They have all a bunch of different colors, and yeah, they're waiting for you. They've encircled you.
I've come because I've heard of your deeds, and I am impressed and pleased with the work that you've been doing. And I have before me a great quest that I was hoping for your aid upon. What do you know of me?
The red armored one, and I'm gonna say their names. Don't worry about copying down, Peter. I'll post it later. Fuck off. The red one, Crimson Judgment of the Heavens. You're the original, the provider, the first one. You cast down the weapons of freedom, the chain breakers. And they all kind of like tap their weapons. They all have your swords.
Awesome.
They've enhanced them.
Awesome. Yes, that's true. But I wasn't always a divinity. I was once a slave.
All of them. Then you can be killed. Roll initiative. Rufus like, don't be that honest. It's too much. It's still a monarchy.
It bleeds.
Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
A slave of the greatest slavers that this world knows, the kindly masters. I believe you yourselves are familiar with them?
Yes, the chained ones.
Yes. They are responsible for an epoch of tyranny that spreads across this realm, and no one has dared stand against them until now. I hope to unseat them from their unholy throne, cast them down, and liberate the people of the forest. But I can't do it alone. I need champions.
You're all kind of nodding. Slaying the chained ones would bring about a new era of peace if we were to wipe them all out.
My thoughts exactly.
What will happen to their land and their holdings?
It will pass to the people that they have enslaved upon it.
We all start looking at each other and nodding. The one in mirrored black armor, sharp moral onyx of glamour.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, that once this task is completed, and if we were to aid it, the land would go to the kingdom of Free Nocturnus, so we can establish a free monarchy of free people.
I'd have to see more of your realm before I could agree to that. But I will say that I would far rather see it pass to the new free kingdom of Nocturnus than to Unity, or the Helldivers, or the First Mistake, or any of the other factions that vie for power and territory in this realm.
We will turn that mausoleum to atrocity into a bright land. A land pure of sin and imperfection.
Well, we have a long...
Oh, look on Nicole's face!
We have a long road ahead of us before that dream is realized.
Whoa, let's not go there.
Do you pledge before us all and the Queen and Queen Liberia and all the peoples of the kingdom to fight for what's right and fight for freedom?
I always fight for what's right, and I am the god of freedom. I fight for it with my very being and my very essence, but I believe that unnecessary oaths are just another form of chain.
Us too, which is why we only worship gods that are dead. No commitment.
Fair enough. I don't worship any gods myself. I'm not here asking for you to bend the knee and worship or pray to me. I don't need that from you.
The one in rainbow armor, it's like a prism, or it's like kind of like a chromatic shine. That's really great. This armor is not super comfortable to kneel in.
When you kneel in it, you die.
Doesn't have that articulation in the right place.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because I brought some better armor.
Guide them outside.
Yeah.
Alright, the congregation moves outside.
If you fight with me, you'll fight in these. And I gesture towards the Godwalkers that are hanging from the bottom of the...
You're going to cut them loose and drop them?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll just gesture at them. We're not handing them over quite yet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but these people are super suspicious.
Yeah, they could also just fly away with them. Jesus Christ. It's not like you're going to get Grand Theft Auto'd. Stop being so cynical, Nicole. Don't ask them why a monarchy is the true expression of freedom. So you're going to, you show them off?
Yeah.
Everyone is, very impressed. They think it looks wonderful. It's like, these weapons will truly bring an age of peace. These peace walkers.
Nothing goes together like sword and freedom.
The green one, Leaf Iconic Storm Crusader. Can you dance in them?
Specifically, yes.
Now start talking against themselves. Good. No real reason. Good.
Dance on your graves.
So I can count on your swords in our grand crusade.
We'll always fight against evil. We'll always fight against evil and do what's right.
Awesome.
Define evil. What is evil?
Alright, there's their names.
Whee.
So, Yellow, or I guess, yeah, they're magical girls, but they're also Power Rangers. So, Yellow Ranger is Shining Mirror of Light Unshackled. The blue one is Redeeming Bright Ice Savior. The black one is Sharp Moral Onyx of Glamour. The green one is Leaf Iconic Storm Crusader. The rainbow one is Prismatic Questing Hero Blade. And the red one is Crimson Judgment of the Heavens.
Well, it would be a shame to have come all this way just to turn around. Can we stay for a few days? Spend some time with you? Get to know your wonderful free state?
This land is free for all to take refuge in.
Have you had any opposition since you liberated it?
Only the ones we've crushed.
Where did it come?
Rebellions, outside creatures, beings from beyond morality. We slew them all to the sword.
I'm sorry. I've been rude. I haven't introduced my companions. This is Lothar, the strong.
Of the plains.
Azazel, the also strong.
Maybe they'll talk. I don't know that one.
I think I have a fact about being let's say we don't
I thought originally there was a fact about you not being super well known.
No.
It was an early gag in season 1 where people were like, Lothar of the Plains, Mattel, the Chainbreaker, that guy,
Nemesis.
the Nemesis, that guy.
The goat.
It was an early joke.
You.
I'm not trying to take the wind out of yourself. It was a fun early callback.
Sure.
I don't really know that guy.
In many ways, Azazel is a twin divinity of mine. We operate two sides of the same coin.
Of course. One is bright, true, and perfect, and the other is, the rest. We understand. They all start laughing. That's taking on the understands.
This place reminds me a bit of Jericho for some reason.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I mean, for some people, Jericho was great.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
For some people.
You just keep repeating me.
So, who can we commission for new temples?
Oh, for what god?
Us?
I think they...
No. We don't worship gods that exist.
Yep.
It's a form of slavery.
You
And they all kind of look at you, and so their companions, so do some of the guards. We're not about that.
I mean, you don't have to worship us. We can bring our own worshippers.
Ixnay on the Urshipe.
Crimson Judgment of the Heavens. Queen Liberia takes a dim view of importing foreign slave labor into the city. It's one of our bylaws.
You get a text. I don't think that shit's gonna fly here.
You can see like the remains of your temples and stuff they've built on top of to other gods.
May we? I would request a book of your morality or law codes. There's something with the.
Are we sure there are no other worlds
I mean-
left?
You're saying that you worship like dead gods, but we know Joliar's alive. We've seen him.
No,
The
gods
temple
that
to
don't
Joliar
exist.
collapses.
Not just gods that are dead, ones that don't exist.
Well, we've seen Joliar. In
Of course you
person.
have. We've all seen Joliar in our hearts.
Well, maybe I was drunk at the time.
He lives inside all of us.
Ew.
You know it's fucked up when Azazel says you.
As for books, unfortunately, fortunately, we have a different way. We pass down our traditions orally, through song and dance.
Oh, good. That's the sort of lore that I excel in learning.
Oh, good. That means that the only people that have control of the... Yeah, okay.
This city was built on the broken backs of the creative, the artist. So we've elevated them to the cultural epicenter.
Well, if you want to learn about their lore and law and traditions, I'm sure it shouldn't be hard to find someone who's willing to teach you.
Of course, and I'm good at finding other members of my. There's certain others that I can talk to.
You can stay here and watch some of their plays. It'll be fine. So, what now?
We'll just spend some time here and then head back. We've got a war to get ready for.
Their adventures have been pretty fucking crazy. It started with them just being a band of people that found your swords and then went and killed... Remember the Horned King?
Yep.
They killed that guy.
Yep.
They destroyed his army with a ragtag group of rebels and murdered him. And then they went and sought out one of the seasons and like enchanted their gear so they could go fight other darker monsters like devils and stuff. And then it just kind of spiraled from there until they were waging war against like extra-dimensional creatures and dark witches. And they sacked Nocturnus and established a free nation.
Lothar is going to, he goes
In about 52 episodes.
I'm assuming that we have some time to go around the city, and if they want to assign a political officer, that's understandable. A guide,
Yeah, someone will volunteer to show you around.
And of course, Lothar will do some strategic cawing at the birds and ask what they think of the place and
It's great.
how many pogroms and death have and genocide and rebellions have occurred, and
Not like none.
Oh, that's a lie.
not in a bird's lifetime.
Not a bird's lifetime.
Parrots live like hundreds.
Hundreds of years. Parrots live like hundreds of years. Nicole,
Decades and decades.
episode 10, Godbound Season 2.
Oh dear. So you should just see the whole world with some phoenixes or something. There's some normal birds.
A bunch of lawyers.
All right.
Hold
So
it. Yeah, the birds haven't seen anything awful.
okay, good to know.
You also see like other animals, like there's like tigers and bears hanging out here, just walking with people, talking with them.
Interesting.
They don't have zoos.
I was literally about to say, watch, they're all going to take off their hats and they're all going to be bears.
It's the entire nation of bears.
It's a bear.
What do you do?
dance.
We just kill ourselves. They can take over the realm at this point.
I dig some bears.
Those shorts are attracting them.
Oh.
What shorts?
Remember Family Circus about the shorts, bear magnet?
Oh,
Oh, it went away.
Anyway,
Went away again. What are you trying to show me?
No, I'm trying to.
The-
I'm trying to load my character on that, and it's kind of.
Oh, load your character?
Yeah, it's on the bottom there, and I tried clicking it, and it doesn't seem to.
It doesn't work.
anyway. So
It's
yeah,
not
what do you want
what's
to know about them? Who do you want to interact with? There's 6 of them, plus their mentor, who you don't meet.
Oh no. Where's Jan in all of this?
He was with them. He was there in the crowd. He showed up.
Okay.
He was with the congregation.
Just making sure that there's nothing sinister going on here.
I think if they killed or enslaved Yan, I would know. Like as a
Different initiative would have gotten rolled.
Yeah. No, I just want to spend time with them, like hear tales of their stories. I'll like touch their swords and like use my magical sword powers.
Those
to
swords
know-
are all artifacts.
Yeah. To like know.
Couple A
like,
artifacts?
Yeah.
Jeez.
to like
They're
know
corrupt by it.
what battles they fought and like
Oh, yeah, it's
tales
got
of
bloody
their
crusade.
swordsmanship and stuff like that.
They're
and
all
I'll-
like paladins. They're crusaders.
And I'll share some like stories of our own and that kind of thing. Just hang out.
An awful lot of bears show up in these stories.
On which side?
No, like they're saying that to your stories.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you have stories of bears?
We just ride them into battle.
Neat.
Like Barathu, or Bear George, or Bear Daniel.
So, are any of their stories about raiding some of our places?
Oh, definitely. They slew some horrific goat monsters that were like stealing resources from people and eating people out of house and home. They slew a bunch of evil kung fu people that were taking away stuff from the man. You know.
Oh, did you kill that shadow cult?
I killed that fucking shadow.
No, the
cult.
first one. There were 2.
I mean, they just keep popping up every couple decades.
Seriously, they should have been season 1.
Oh yeah, to the sword. Their mystical fighting styles were no match for steel and sharpness, and the power of friendship.
Yeah, they were a little arrogant.
Speaking of the power of friendship, I'd like to talk about Thea.
They all say the nemesis.
You know, she's not that bad. She gets a really bad rep, and there's some people who, for some reason, seem to have it out for her. But I've been spending a lot of time with her, and she's actually pretty good. She saved a lot of people.
In the time before she destroyed the world twice. And
Accounts,
shackled everyone. She was such a tyrant that her entire world chained her up and left.
accounts vary. A lot of those stories come from people who are in direct opposition to her, and they're not
mean, of
that
course.
reliable.
I don't know those stories when the people.
You're
that-
saying direct opposition. Well, of course, people fighting on the side of light, justice, truth, freedom, and friendship would be opposing the nemesis and have.
I mean, where are those stories from the people that later were killed by Acerans? You know, for being the heretics, the other elves.
Are
who were
you
put to the sword?
I definitely did that.
Why the
I
fuck
definitely-
is Easter in here?
You always want an Acer nearby. He's your eyes and ears. Why wouldn't he be here? Are you stopping me from playing Acer?
There's a baser in there.
Acer. Acer and Bear.
Yep.
I'm just saying, the
Definitely
stories
did that.
that I've heard directly counter my lived experience, and I know which one I'm more inclined to rely upon.
It's of course your prerogative to cavort with the dark members of your deistic pantheon. It is your nature.
You may wish at some point to speak with speak with her or send someone who you trust to not be.
We understand that you represent the facets of the world, and that, of course, you have your own will. But that doesn't preclude you from making mistakes and siding with demon titan devils. That's just what gods are like.
Well, I just don't want there to be any problems between anybody.
No, we understand Thea is the nemesis and her works must be purged from the land with extreme aggression, but we wouldn't try to strike down Thea herself. That's the job of, future generations by stifling her worship and starving her, like the devil tyrant she is.
Well, as long as we're all getting along.
You all kind of side-eye Acer in there.
Matteo just covers his hand over the eject button to launch the goggles back into their show.
He's just drinking his drink. Cut off one head and 2 more shall take my place.
No,
It's
one
true.
more.
I've
That's-
tried. Well, have you guys seen and heard everything you wanted to see and hear?
I think so. We'll have a quick thing of a couple of their songs. I've talked to some of them. I think we're ready to go and have a confab.
How's there alcohol here? Are they just sour because alcohol takes something from the man?
Oh no, they only drink this rainbow water that comes out of all the fountains.
Ah. Is it tasty?
Wait a minute.
It's actually super good, and it perfectly nourishes you if you only have a cup of it for like an entire day. And it makes you feel happy.
Wait a minute.
Yes. Rainbows are bad!
I'll quickly look over at the
Rainbows are
rainbow
bad.
fountain, and I'm just going to study it for a few seconds, and I'm going to discern, use my archmage hedge magic and discern the effects of the rainbow juice. Go ahead.
What? Me?
I'm sorry.
You don't quite understand it with your arc magic. It's not of this world.
Problem?
We should talk.
We'll talk on the ship.
Yeah.
You used a rainbow to fly in.
Well,
No, the evil ones!
We're the devil.
I figured he's
You
just
came in
illusion.
with the Herald of Genocide, and we're all like, "We're here."
We're riding on the
No
rainbow.
phantom
They're rainbow.
zone.
They're rainbow colors. They're also evil. We're drinking evil juice.
They have the evil juice.
Oh no!
Juice that makes you evil.
I'll take a barrel of it.
Hey, getting on fail.
Yep.
So we say goodbye, I think.
Yeah, they all wave. They all have a time. They all have distinct personalities and hair colors.
And we go back to the
And
ship.
they're not call conjuration magic, are they?
No, they're just people.
Okay. Just figured I'd ask.
They're just fucking people.
Just because the last time we heard that music, that was kind of the theme.
Final Fantasy music from the best Final Fantasy. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna head back. You want to hang out with the magical girls, the Knights of Freedom, the Chain Breakers.
No, I think Lothar wanted to have a conversation.
Yeah.
All right, you're back on the ship.
Yeah.
So between wiping out the kindly masters and wiping out this entire group, I would kill I would destroy this entire thing and salt it to the earth.
What? Why?
Are you crazy? They've banned all worship of gods. They've eliminated all technological development.
But look at the place. It's beautiful.
But it's beautiful, but so are the kindly masters. These
The
are
kindly
the
masters
kindly
are
masters.
not beautiful.
Everyone on your ship kind of makes it uncomfortable, kind of like
They run
grabbing
in-
their collar and looking away because they all think that they're gorgeous, beautiful, terrible angels of destruction. They do have charisma 50.
Okay.
I fuck him.
They run a big forest that's, other than them, completely, gorgeous and natural. And but they're still terrible either way. Don't get me wrong. I would happily kill the kindly masters.
Right, and terrible.
But if they are expanding like crazy, and if they exist, we will only live in that tiny little zoo over back in the main
That
continent.
exploded. There's no longer the zoo.
You can't even go to the
besides
zoo
that-
anymore to retire.
All the pandas are dead.
Giving you carrots. They're freedom sticks.
There is, they're the end of all of us and all freedoms and all other societies.
I mean, are we
They've
free?
gone a little astray, but I think once they fight side by side with us in the Great War, we'll be able to bring them around to worshipping us.
No, once you arm them, they'll turn on us
Cue card guy?
eventually.
Yes, that's the word. Hubris. Yes. Thank you. I think you've engaged in a bit of hubris if you think you can turn them around. They have been doing this for centuries. They've been listening to the what's her name? The person who's been filling in.
Angel?
Yes. And what's more, they are utterly opposed not only to letting things worship us, but they specifically want to remove all things in the world from a pantheon mate. We can't betray a member of our flock.
Everyone has some flaws.
Mattia, the truth is on this story.
Oh, you're only saying that because they're an existential threat.
Yes! Yes! Good point! As usual, your wisdom is...
Well,
Bear claw.
you were making some good points, but if Acerin agrees with you, you have to be wrong.
You get a text.
What's up?
Says, fuck these guys.
Oh no,
I'll
stop!
reply. I know, right?
They're worse than the kindly masters.
Not surprised.
Don't enable Thea. She believes she's always right.
Look, I know you're all kind of new at this, but I've gone through this path before. Seen there, lived the story, been killed by them. These are crusaders. Alright? They're just going to go in one direction and burn down everything that isn't them in a righteous blaze of golden fire. And eventually, once they move past all the obvious targets, undead, monsters, demons, super slave masters, they're going to turn inward on us.
I have a thought. Seeing things
Or some.
seems to be, for our own eyes, seems to be the best bet for, as you've said recently. Why don't we talk? I'm sure that their crusades have been going on for a long time. I'm sure some people have fled from their rule, and some must have gotten far enough away that we can talk to them and ask them what that was like.
I mean, there's always another solution. Just make sure that they don't run out of targets. Just produce infinite amounts of bad things. You were saying?
That's also very wise. But if you want to do fact-finding, I'm not opposed.
Oh, right. Sorry, there's a second half that I'm super. Yeah, this is how you deal with crusaders. You just put them in a time loop. You find like a period of like a month where they're really happy. You just loop it. Dealt with. They won't even look for an exit because they won't realize there's one there. Easy peasy. Dump them in the time loop. Not our problem anymore. The world will end. The time loop will end, and they'll be at the end of the world with no one around them.
You know what will
Sounds
make
like
them
chaos.
happy? Overcoming a great obstacle. You know what's a great obstacle? The kindly masters.
That does not solve the problem of... In fact, it makes it worse because they will have access to large amounts of resources.
Were you not listening to Acerin? Where you loop them?
Yes, I was.
So we just loop them there.
Well,
Wait, like in an immortal fight against those elves?
Well, we enlist them, we get them to fight with us, and either my plan works, where once they fight with us and learn what we're about, and we all become close, they come around to our way of doing things, which is a win, or that fails, they continue on this path, in which case when they achieve their victory, which is also our victory, we loop them in that moment.
How do we loop them in that moment?
you have
There-
time
where is
magic?
step 2 here?
I assume Acerin knows. I mean, he had the plan.
Well, back in the day, there was time magic that was pretty easily accessible. Not so much anymore. You guys would have to figure that out. Isn't one of you someone who can make any sort of machine? Can't you build a incomparable nightmare lotus-eating machine? Like which sealed shems are off.
Maybe.
Just, kick out one of those.
So, but just to sort of...
Don't loop them in a battle. They'll just get infinitely stronger and come out as living, mortal paladin gods.
Oh god.
Infinite XP.
Yeah,
Don't do that. They'll get infinite XP.
I just think that made me think back to that one greater undead who got trapped in the,
Yeah.
So we have.
We've already seen that happen with the Horde King.
But
They killed him.
I will ask though. So can we actually run into any refugees from these guys and basically get the idea of?
We run into undead refugees and demon refugees.
Yeah, we'll ask questions about what that was like. But I'm sure there are at least a few humans from other areas around, which they specifically, you said. Oh yeah, there were a bunch of other settlements. We conquered them and put them to the sword.
Yeah, they wiped out some Helldiver enclaves. They wiped out some undead resistance members. They destroyed a bunch of raiders and bandit people and evil cavemen and evil people from your cult. They killed the bejesus out of a bunch of your worshippers. Not a bunch, but enough.
Don't worry, they breathe fast.
They wiped out Thea's setups and stuff. You can find survivors from those bits and pieces. They're all going to corroborate the same story. Shining knights came on in and wiped them out and screwed up their plans.
Do your Godwalkers have some sort of remote detonator so we can just explode them once we're done with them?
I mean, you
Rufio
built
looks
them.
awfully uncomfortable at this conversation.
Rufio?
He looks uncomfortable. They're heroes, right?
Yes.
No, they're not.
I'm just saying, they were like me, except as I didn't get to become a god, and they instead, used their bare hands and a few legs up to get to where they are now. You guys are talking about remote blowing them up after they do a job for you, like they're an Acerin?
That's not really. I'd be willing to do that. I don't really know.
I'd be willing to blow them. Exactly that.
What's the problem?
How else will we contain them in 5, 6 Godwalkers? How many are you giving them?
They're good people. Once they're with us, they'll be with us.
No.
They're committed, not necessarily good. They're just...
You are seeing a flock of eagles diving straight at you, and you are, well, if we go the same way as them, they will not harm us.
Don't trust the eagles, man. Pregnant pause.
I need to work on my analogies. It's hard to get one that
I like
are
that.
related.
I like that one actually.
Well, if you want another one from Thea, not the person, the world. The axe welcomed the trees. The trees welcomed the axe into the forest, for the handle was one of them. I thought it sounded cool.
It works. But we should probably talk with the pantheon and figure out if we're gonna.
We're talking with the pantheon right now. I know what Thea's vote is.
To the sword.
Hit the big capital G button.
Get away?
Right. Spelling and words. And I was like, we just were invited by them, and this was that was really friendly and open of them to invite us into their kingdom, completely without arming weapons at us.
See, if we take 5 strong birds or 6 strong weapons, 6 Godwalkers, and give it to them, so when they take their armor off to go into the Godwalkers, we're gonna smash them right there.
We're not going to betray them.
You guys are really... I don't understand, gods. Why are you pushing for a bear down like this? Bears are traitory.
Oh.
I'm more in the lines of just not working with them. These are going to be our enemies. The kindly masters don't seem like a particularly great threat. They're moving very slow and they're incredibly erratic at the moment.
It's not necessarily about who's the biggest threat. It's about what's right and
No!
what's
Yes,
wrong.
it is about the biggest threats! If you
This
lose,
session's going to be the prelude to the fucking Infinity War. Where Mattel actually does turn against the Pantheon. It's 2 sessions of combat and like strife between you all.
It's like,
Called.
I told you so.
well, we look.
Mattel's like one of the strongest.
And I'm
combat
not necessarily sure that that after seeing the way they're operating, that it's necessarily better.
What was wrong with the way they were operating?
They've completely made it so that there's no growth in the society in terms of technical developments.
You haven't seen that. You just see that they don't worship you.
They don't have books.
Why would you
They
need
dance.
I don't see the problem. I barely read. Fucking Lothar of the Hills, the barbarian kung fu master's like, they don't have books, they don't have printing presses, they don't have Reaganomics, they have stalled culturally. Sorry,
No, it's funny.
it kind of comes across like that.
Yeah,
They've stalled through the technical
but he actually
progress.
does have a bunch of facts related to like
Oh, yeah.
crash course
No,
education and
it's
stuff. I just
fun.
don't do it much in the
It's a fun-
power we play.
Full circle.
Lothar of the Hill people.
We need to talk about trickle-down economics.
I see this place becoming a single, a monoculture. I think see it being one strategy that takes over the world. I hate it the same way I hate the Unity.
They also say they hate caste systems and say that they're all free people, but they live in a monarchy. And probably have slave juice.
No one
Because that's
is-
what that juice does. That's what
No
rainbow
one is
juice
free
does.
to worship any gods that could potentially help them. I don't know what their rights are to leave the city and go somewhere else, but I'll bet you they're not. They don't have that, and they're a monarchy.
I
based
mean,
on
You're a god of freedom. You should be able to
system.
smell whether they're
Use your scouter.
slaves.
What does
or
the
not.
scouter say
Is
about
this
this freedom level?
slave juice I have here that's rainbow colored? Speaking of slaves, Mattel.
Acer, drink this.
Yeah, whatever. I'll drink anything. Oh man, that's really great. Throws the cup.
Is he affected by mental compulsion?
Nope.
Is
Let's
it,
examine the
is
juice
it fucking
itself.
heroin?
It's
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's fucking heroin. They're addicting every single person in their city.
Everyone's a
to heroin.
hero.
Well,
It's
I can,
harrowing.
I can cure that. Look, they're people. They have problems. They have flaws. But people are capable of change. They just need guidance. That's why we're gods. We don't just go in and find pre-existing perfect societies and demand they worship us. We fix people.
They literally,
Yesterday, Acer.
they literally drink rainbows. They're drinking pure evil.
Oh yeah, that stuff's great.
Yeah.
Their entire society was utterly convinced at the complete destruction of one of our members of our pantheon,
Not destruction, just starvation.
and also destruction of all of her works and everything she touches. That was kind of
Oh yeah. Those are devil invasions from a tyrant demon engine.
I mean, not no.
Also,
No.
2 of the Pantheon, if we're counting the Marquise.
Oh yeah,
Because they hate all undead. And remember, not all undead are mindless. Most of them are actually people.
yeah. Actually, out of character, I'm actually thinking if there's one person I was going to try a member of the Free Nocturnus Council, I was actually going to make a person in Lothar's cult. You know, the sniveling.
Yeah, the skexy.
Yeah.
The shoe.
No, the Countess.
Shoe.
Just gotta find her. She's in Exalted versus War.
It'd be nice to have at least one worshiper who actually was a worshiper. All the other people are like, yeah, sure, I'll do what you want, whatever.
I thought you were talking about Acer.
Oh, no, Acer is fantastic. I meant in Exalted versus 1. Why is he so skinny?
It's a joke. Anyway, so yeah, you're having this argument,
Yeah.
If this goes on for much longer, we're going to have to start playing Gonk.
right?
Well, I mean, I think we've all said what we have to say.
Yeah.
Don't trust the rainbows. They're evil. So, we haven't seen the angel.
No, they're obviously under some kind of corrupting influence. That needs to be dealt with.
Oh, now we're talking. So, are we punching the angel? Are we freeing them from the angels? You can free people from compulsions. You
I can.
free all of them.
I can.
I would.
Why didn't you?
It didn't seem like they were under a compulsion.
They're not.
They'd be lied to, probably.
Most likely.
That's like a
Or
compulsion.
they've adopted a strategy that works for them, and they are bound to it. And that strategy involves opposing us and helping us in no way.
Seek an external enemy. That I think was on one of the cue cards. Oh, you're fascist cultists.
Right?
Yep.
Eternal War?
Man, I'm gonna have to posthumously canonize those shadow cults for finding these people. I'm supposed to be. That's a good thing I didn't declare myself infallible.
You weren't sitting on the throne.
What?
You have to be sitting on the throne to be infallible.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, the throne itself is infallible.
No, the throne makes you infallible by giving you the power of Lothar.
Ah.
Lothar put his infallibleness in the throne. As a gift.
Infallis.
God damn it, man.
Make my king, make my king. For one of the fellowship games, I'm almost tempted to play people with the Make My King. Which again, look like a little rock man from Digimon. They're adorable.
Well, the religious factors of it. Well, actually, we shouldn't talk about that at the game.
Right? Ba-ba-ba.
So if we want to deal with the angel, the first thing we need to do is lure it out.
They want to punch people till it comes out?
I don't think that will be very helpful, but we could.
Or demand an audience. Or go where it is. I don't know.
If we could convince the deity or angel that is basically
Yes.
worshipping this, or
That's exactly what it looks like.
running this society, to be less directly against us, and especially our...
Do you have a
Remember the pantheon.
Godwalker for the angel?
I might be more amenable to working with these people, but as it stands,
Rufio, what can you tell me about this angel?
I've never met it.
What
It's
do you know
an
about it?
aloof mentor figure. It came from the future past to guide people to a better world. It gives them guidance, wisdom, secrets of the past, but it keeps them on the path of righteousness and truth. Often, many of our adventures we had that weren't large confrontations with demon tyrants were smaller individual lessons about the importance of trust, friendship, honesty, and respecting each other's personal boundaries. A little repetitive sometimes. Sometimes it would happen twice every 56 times.
Why does the angel hate us?
It doesn't. It thinks you and Lothar are swell.
Why does it forbid worship of us?
I don't know. I didn't really ask. But the heroes, the champions, the paladins said that it's the best way to prevent people from being enshackled to a being that could force them to do unethical things that ran counter to its own interests. Gods are fallible. Principles are not.
okay.
See, so we just need a magma king here to solve the problem, because he's infallible. And he'll be our guiding principle.
The Magma King just shows up, like, 3 days go by, and suddenly the Magma King has taken over the entire society.
I live here now.
I am the high priest here.
They put me in charge of the temple.
I drink all the rainbows.
I think this is a thorn that needs a soft touch. We have to draw out the poison.
Okay.
They're mostly on the right path. We just need to steer a little. And we can best do that from the inside, as friends.
Alright, so I'm gonna keep you apprised of the situation via text.
I assume by now we've got back and we're...
Yeah, you can be wherever you want. You're gods.
Are
You there? Now that they're back.
I'm very worried about this plan, but this is not my This is not my particular. This battlefield of politics and social wits is not something that I excel in.
Well, I view it like this. Assuming they are a threat, which they are, giving them the Godwalkers and then they turn out to be a threat is a bad thing. Assuming they're not a threat, not giving them the Godwalkers is not a bad thing. So, giving them a bunch of weapons that can kill us when they want to kill us sounds like a bad idea.
That's what you said when I started giving swords to babies.
Yes, and look how those babies turned out into these very threats we are now discussing.
A bunch of, chaos, social workers got stabbed afterwards. That also wasn't that great. It was great. It was great. Poor Babatooks. Stab, stab, stab. Well, so what are we doing here?
I think this is a case in which, without offense, only one individual is in favor of carrying out this plan, and it goes against the interest of pretty much everyone else here.
It sounds like a goblin situation, so go ahead, I guess.
Oh yeah, at that party, those things were swarming everywhere. They were breeding wildly out of control.
Neat.
And we're sure there are no other worlds.
I mean, there are other worlds. We've been to one.
No, that's not another world, that's a garbage.
We can turn it into whatever we want.
This is a world. That's a garbage.
So what's the difference?
Dude, this is a man.
What's the difference?
That was a dead world. And now it's not. Now it's a place where things go when they die.
Yeah. People can still live there.
But I cannot go there and be a god and be fucking doing my thing because it's your guys' paradise.
I mean, you can go there. You can have
This
worshippers.
world that we're in right now is the only one that's left. And you want to give people that want to kill me a bunch of weapons that can kill me.
Couldn't we
All weapons can kill you.
reclaim Thea?
I guess it's a garbage hell world now that no one lives on. I don't have very good memories attached to it anyways.
What about that tiny world the coin man had?
It's also tiny.
So picky.
And it's also garbage. It's dead. All these worlds are dead.
Then fix them. You can fix them. You have
We've
the
been
power.
told explicitly.
Hey, you got any more of that slave juice?
Yeah, we've also been told explicitly we can't fix them. BT dubs.
Well, you can fix them.
No, all the worlds are dead. We have no other worlds to go to. You said that a bunch of times.
They just fixed Thea.
Yeah.
They made it into a paradise.
Yeah, you
That's
can
different.
you can massage a world back to life.
I mean, you go to any dead world, bring enough shards, plug them into the holes where the celestial engines are until all the engines are fixed, and it's a functional world. That's how it works.
You specifically told us that we can't fix other worlds, so there's nowhere else for us to go.
I don't think I said
And
it
they-
explicitly like that, and also, I think I was cautioning you guys not to try and abandon the goddamn campaign setting in the first 5 sessions.
That's probably like the main thrust here.
I don't really want to abandon the campaign setting that we've kind of worked to.
I mean,
Well-
it's garbage.
But what if we
Everything
recycle
is
it?
garbage.
There's
to you.
holes in it. Everyone hates us. Our shit keeps getting blown
Just
up.
take your Dominion and
There's a lot of
plug that
people that
hole.
love you guys.
There's some, but most people hate us.
Like one
and
direction.
all our
doesn't.
shit keeps getting blown up. Literally, like 2 sessions ago, we got this city, and now all our shit's gone from it.
It wasn't really resources you heavily invested in. It's not like you guys showed up and be like, I'm going to Thea this place up. You're going to turn into the Thea world.
Yeah, we've kind of been concentrated on the
And
main.
bowl over stuff you guys aren't concentrated on.
Concentrate you.
Where am I going to learn how to be concentrated?
At school.
There it is.
Concentrate.
There it is. Dancing around. Where did we land on the people who definitely want to hurt us?
I think we're giving them Godwalkers.
We're arming
That's
them?
a terrible, terrible idea.
Right, we're arming them. Do you have any more slave juice?
Oh, there's more there in the city.
There we go, thank you. No, you brought a keg.
Yeah,
Pony up.
fine.
I thought.
I guess I'll have to make more. Let's make some plans to create that slave juice.
There's an impasse as everyone's staring at each other across the table.
Yeah.
Well, again,
This is, again,
you let me pass with the goblins, so I'm letting you pass with this.
I'm giving you. Everyone gets one.
So I'm not the problem here. It's just the two of you, three of you.
yeah, arming the people who want to destroy 2 members of our pantheon, this is a hard no.
So it's a conflict then.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
50-50.
Versus Alfar.
I mean,
Sounds like a civil war.
I was asking for discussion. I wasn't asking for a vote.
Ha ha ha.
Well, that's, I will
I wasn't
discuss this
asking
with this
for
as long as you
permission.
wish.
So it's betrayal then.
So it's true then.
Oh, it's happening.
I mean, it would be our game if, like, asking for permission would always result in a no, and people doing something without asking wouldn't always result in, like, whatever, we'll deal with it. So, just do it, don't ask for permission, otherwise you'll never get a permission. It's been true in all of our games.
Well, people don't ask for permission, and then we deal with it in the sense of beat the shit out of Ian's character, and then let
Oh,
him be
no, it's
murdered.
happening.
And
2 years later.
yeah, like trade him away for a better version that's not stupid.
And it turned out to be fake.
Yeah, because he actually got murdered because we let him be murdered, which we should have anyways.
It was a conscious
I mean,
choice.
we're planning on that. We are already having the murder pact.
Hey, it sounds like this is a fight. It sounds like you guys are fighting right now.
But definitely this is pretty much against one of Lothar's core principles, is going after a member of your own flock or supporting.
They're not going against a member of our flock, though.
They are.
They absolutely are. They're absolutely going after 2 of them.
Although, to be fair, the same god set a precedent that it's okay to kill other pantheon members, worshippers, and such.
I don't remember that happening. When did that happen?
The
Yeah.
free market of
Jericho.
ideas can solve
Oh,
it
the
out.
pogroms! Right. Sorry, I'm high on slave juice.
Yes, that worked out perfectly.
Right.
We resolved it in the end.
Yeah. By forcefully converting people. Perfect. Poor Lobotobringer. Now he's no longer...
Just cue back to the guy in the Scorpion outfit.
He is much happier now.
Just cue to him quietly weeping in a
He's
corner.
sad because he cannot wear leather for leisure. Now he's wearing leather for work. He's taking all the fun out of it.
same. That was a plot point. Remember that plot point?
No, I do not.
He was dressed up like a Mad Max bondage raider, and it's like, that's your official uniform. It's like, oh, it's like, what, you don't like that? Well, now it's a job.
I was not there for that.
Now these feel like slave shackles and not freeing me sexually.
Oh dear.
This will be our game.
This wouldn't be a game. We have some weirdly specific hang-ups. Like they are laser focused.
I remember with perfect clarity the faces of all the PCs that have wronged me.
Right? We have laser focused hang-ups. You're not my dad.
Maybe if people would stop betraying me in games, I wouldn't have a hang-up about it!
That was the
Nicole
last
specifically,
Just be good!
Nicole specifically playing my uncle in your Shadowrun game so that she can give me lip and I can snap back, you're not my dad! Specifically, that was integral to our character creation.
Is that why she changed from your mother to your uncle?
Yeah.
So all of that game is a setup for this one punchline. You're telling me.
Not one punchline, but it is a setup for a punchline. We iterated and it's folded in our normal game stuff.
Oh no.
I think we should help them. They can help us slay the kindly masters and usher in an era of peace and sincerity.
In an era.
Is it who sings?
I don't even have the energy to
Rufio.
argue with this idiocy.
Smite.
Wrong worship.
Just bring in some bears and let them talk. They're really smart. They'll figure it out in a jiffy.
I'm your inner bear. Just look at their chest cavity.
Bear, bear, bear.
It's a bear dance.
They're people who are trying to be good. They can be redeemed.
Everyone is trying to be good. Everyone thinks that they're good.
Acer's making a sound.
They literally walked in and genocided a people. Why do you not have a problem with genocide? That's like the fundamentalist of moral things that every society I've ever been in has agreed upon.
So I just want to point this out because I don't like turning down a compliment from the one true, beautiful, bright and terrible God that...
Don't disagree with me.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that I don't personally think I'm a good person. I'm an excellent worshiper, but I never strive to be good. I strive to be loyal. Which is why one of the first things I did as not a good person was genocide my entire people to free Thea from her wrongful imprisonment.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up.
But
It directly counters the point I just fucking made.
but she's pro-genocide, just like me, and she says she's moral. How can both be true?
It's good that you're loyal. I also...
How can Matael be for genocide and be a good person, if that's the tactics Acer and Faye has used?
So Acer is not good anymore? What's going on?
He was chaotic good!
Aceryn is the most good.
They must loyal.
There
I wonder
are
what queer
creatures
makes
that
that.
are,
Maybe we should fix
are
it.
existential threats to all around them and everything, such as the...
You're making them sound like they're the Gand.
Yes, but another example would
Like they're
be...
bad.
See-
They're awful.
What are those ones called? Of the iconoclasts? Yeah, nobody cares about them. They should be wiped out.
You
They're
specifically let
existential.
people in to get rid of them because they don't worship. So,
Or most
hello?
demons walking the
Also,
plains. Kind of
bitches you were
masters.
just talking about.
Rufio? Iceron?
Oh, not as bad as the Gand. They're much worse than the Gand because they prove a societal threat. They're a society which doesn't worship. They're a society which will influence everyone else. Whereas the Gand is just one murder robot. Whatever.
Fair.
So it's not the murdering that you have an issue with. It's the fact that they don't worship you.
No,
That's-
it's the
that's
fact that
the
they
hang-up.
it's the fact that they hate me and want to murder me.
It's not that
That's
they,
the fact.
They,
Like the fact that they don't
won't
worship is stupid.
But
You
you're
should get rid of them
immortal.
anyways, but
How will they murder you?
they just will. You're giving them 6 fucking Godwalkers. They'll go across the entire land,
They've
leveling all
publicly
my
said
facilities.
that their goal is to spread across all of the world and establish an order in which not that just they're not going to worship us, but they are specifically forbidden from worshiping any god,
Also, circling back,
including you.
So that's what we need to change.
and also circling back, slave juice. The one thing you care about is slavery,
Can I get a little more of that?
and they have slave juice.
They got rainbow juice.
I don't care what color it comes in. Give me more, goat man.
Here, have an entire tree of it.
It's really good. Want some?
I mean, I believe in liberating people. You want to do what with them? Just straight up murder them?
That society, it needs to be.
Let their gods sort it out.
What's your solution here, Thea?
Thea smiles at Aceryn.
No, really, what's your solution to this problem?
They want to kill us. They are a threat to us. We should kill them.
Right.
They also walked into a city and genocided its entire population.
So the whole thing
We
you're
should kill
throwing
them.
at me about, oh, you're so terrible because you kill people and you want to genocide them. As soon as someone is against you, that's fair play.
I'm not saying genocide. I'm saying kill those 6 people, and also their
What about
angel.
all their followers?
All their followers will fall in line once they're off the slave juice.
Are you confident in that?
Yeah.
Oh God!
What if it's a suicide juice that if you stop taking it, you die?
And what if they don't?
If they don't, then they can go away too if they want to kill us.
I mean, we have better uses for their souls.
Yeah, we do have better uses for their souls.
I can also would find it difficult to believe that whatever once the corrupting influence is eliminated, that we can't find a way to break the conditioning, especially you.
Keep
And
having
if-
to
and
point
if
out
it's
how the slave juice is not slave juice.
It is. It's not literal.
And if
You are now enslaved.
and
magic
if it was a
and
matter of
sorcerement,
something,
but it is. You are now addicted to heroin, bitch.
It's not addictive.
Yes, it is. Even if you literally won't die if you stop taking it, it is liquid bliss. You're never going to want to stop taking
sounds
it.
like
If it
Tia
is
Honey.
a drug addiction, I can snap my fingers and stop that.
It's not
But-
a literal drug addiction. It doesn't literally addict you. What it is, though, is literally liquid bliss from heaven, which means that they're going to do anything in their possible power
Wait.
to get it.
So
and
you're
they're
saying that
going
because
to
it
always
makes them
be
happy
enslaved
and they're happy.
by the people who are the only ones able to give it to them.
Wait,
Also
this is
remember,
heaven
this
juice?
city was happy before these people came and genocided them. The city was a happy society of peaceful people.
The city
able to
was
do whatever they
happy
wanted.
before we came there too.
yes, we had issues with the control over that. They had far more. They weren't not much different from them now.
Oh, yeah, the power core was gone when you guys showed up, right?
What for?
The power core, the Nocturnian power core, the giant tower of evil, that was gone when you guys showed
Oh, we've got the December Vault missing.
up. You
And
know
December
what?
Vault.
December Vault missing. Very good.
Oh no. Oh,
Remember there's
no.
the big scary core in the center of Nocturnus providing undead juice? Juice that makes you an undead crazy?
Well, I figured they would have had to gotten rid of that.
Yeah, they got rid of that.
Maybe they turned it into the rainbow juice machine.
I'm not necessarily saying
It's
you have to
just-
kill these heroes, but you should recognize that this is an existential threat aimed at specifically 2 of your panthemates and to us as a whole over the long term.
And I think it's something that
And-
I can resolve.
Can you resolve it without giving them weapons that will kill us? 'Cause
I have, we have severe misgivings about you arming these individuals until you can, without sort of demonstrating that you have the potential for dealing with them.
Show us your control over them, enslave them, and then we'll be able to trust them. Is what they're saying.
Yeah.
No, what we're saying is, make them not want to murder all of us. That'd be great. If they want to murder all of us, that's bad. Like,
But
why are you hiding? Why-
Oh no, don't worry, I just do that.
Focus. So you say this is the heaven juice? Is that the bliss thing you were talking about? Is that we can't get around here because heaven's not here?
Oh, I have no idea. That.
Heaven?
Oh, you're talking to me? I thought you were talking
Oh,
to Fig.
in
and she
general.
matched it. Yeah, there's something celestial about it. From the
Ooh.
old realms.
Ooh.
I couldn't identify it as a naturally occurring drug or a magical one, so it is not something normally found in this realm.
Yeah.
They're fucking angels, probably, naturally around that. They refer to it as she.
Yeah, it's a she. It's the rescuer. It's the rescuer, Mom. She presents as a she, not a he. Can't be Joliar.
Well, maybe we could just go and grab Joliar and bring it to them and show them that he's real. That
I mean,
will
he's
shake
not
their
really
faith.
a god, though, right? Like, he's not mortal, but he also wasn't a god.
They'll just say that he's some guy claiming to be Joliar.
Which is what everyone said.
Oh, so that wouldn't really solve the problem. Then they would just stop worshipping Joliar
And that's a win. I mean, if they only worship that god, then we just have to pretend to be dead, and then they'll worship us. Perfect.
They only worship gods that don't
not-
exist.
So we just have to pretend we don't exist. That'll be the perfect solution to
Well,
all
like
of
Frieza when he's immortal, then I'll pretend I never existed at all for 10,000 years until I fall into legend, and then, BAM! Wipe them all out!
I mean, if they worship us, they are worshippers who can smite them. Perfect solution.
Final solution.
So, are you pressing that button to release the Godwalkers to them?
Oh, they're already there. This is it's a moot point.
So
This
it's
is a
like,
fucking moot point.
so it's like the Watchers.
The ants
Like,
do nothing fast, only slowly.
no, so it's like the Watchers. Like, hey, I wouldn't be revealing this plan to you if there was any chance of you stopping it. It's already been happening.
So Devin, the next time I want to play a non-Tansy character, remind me of this moment. And every moment that has come before it.
I can do that.
You already
Remind
gave it
me
to
of this moment.
Yes.
This betrayal. Wait, what? I zoned out. Did days go by and we already delivered them?
No, she did it without even talking to us after also specifically learning that they want to kill me. Because as I thought all along, she hates me and wants to kill me.
Is this going to be like a
Should
holy
I
war?
kill her?
I mean,
Should she be banished from the flock?
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
Lothar is dead serious.
Time for civil war.
see, this is the problem. Because I'm the only one of you motherfuckers who has ever been in a god war and knows that it never turns out in my favor.
That's why I'm asked so deferring to your wisdom.
So if we
You have been the one who's been betrayed in this instance.
Just saying. God Wars destroyed the last 3 versions of this world.
And I'm apparently...
Mostly by making the gods weak enough for the mortals to eat.
No.
Been putting on weight, Azazel.
Yeah.
Been exercising, keeping that tender.
I don't want to be eaten.
Yes, you do.
Different way.
Don't king shame me. The Vordor has spoken.
Partake of that Azazel juice.
Oh,
Be
no.
milked.
We literally can't. We literally can't. Especially because if we do, then the fucking magical girls who she's just death-armed will come and kill us even more.
Death armed.
I'm glad that that's what's holding you back.
You just betrayed me to people who want to kill me.
I in no way did.
Yeah,
you
you did.
You absolutely
I did
did.
not.
And also, they're terrible, and their society is terrible.
Because they don't worship me.
No, not just because they don't worship me. Your worshippers don't worship me. I don't care
They don't
because
worship
we
you.
were a pantheon and we were friends. However,
Past tense, Mom.
yeah. However, these people, once again, the city was a happy, organized city. Everyone in the city was doing what they wanted and was happy. There's literally no moral justification to killing them all. And they were our worshippers. They just walked in and killed all of our worshippers. I'm not lecturing on you, Lothar. You clearly actually are the only one here with brains.
That's terrifying.
Yes.
Why don't we switch out their slave juice for juice that makes them worship us?
Because that would be slaves, and she hates slaves.
Yeah, but you don't.
There's no way that would get them.
If you enslave people, then they're going to eventually break free and rise up and kill you.
Ooh, how about
You know.
sending those child stealing things to steal all of their children?
Their children aren't all abused.
But they can steal all of them because they're not worshipping the power gods. So which means they'll go to hell. So
We have very little choice at this matter. I think that we... cue card? Yes. I think that if we are not going to immediately act against this, then we have no choice but to go with what Matsiel has presented. If we're not willing to dissolve our flock and go our separate ways, or turn on the usurper, then clearly we must...
What if we send them against the Hyper Elves, a whole bunch of them, and then we go to New Nocturnus and deal with the Angel by itself, while the magical girls are busy?
Out of character, the mechs have teleporters.
They're not super long range.
Everything in Godbound is like pretty within the range. So, if we want to solve this issue...
We need to remove the angel without stabbing them in the back.
It's impossible. They love it. Because they're bad.
See, if only we had Crimson here, he's the city god, he could figure out where the angel is directly, because that's a city, more than 1,000 people.
Also, I'm fairly certain if Crimson was here, this wouldn't have happened.
Or we'd have another
'Cause
musical dance number.
The city probably would have been, fortified by him because it was a huge undead city.
Oh well, I guess I'll have to blow up the December vault that I already rigged. Click. Problem solved.
Dead air, guys.
Oh, well, this has kind of derailed everything anyway. I think we need some time to process.
Oh my god, are we calling it here?
Yeah, well, I think we kind of have to work out what we're going to do, and that's going to be, there's going to be a lot of discussion and recrimination, but we've been talking about this ethical thing for basically the entire session.
Yeah, we have 2
We
hours.
go with delay and do something else.
You guys can go under the city and try to find out what's up with the angel.
Ask about it. Guess we could investigate.
Alright. Is that what we want to do? Are we calling it?
Sure.
I'm willing to investigate, but I think
yeah.
it needs time to process.
Yeah, that, or we can go ahead and do that. I guess Lothar would be able to spit on a dime like that, so...
Sure, investigation. Oh!
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I'm also not going.
Obviously.
That's fair.
I mean, you drove the angel out real quick.
It's probably not even anything. It's probably like
Haha,
some
I'm
dick that
totally
survived my own world or something. That's probably why it's hiding. It probably just doesn't want me to see it because I will know what it actually is.
What, it's a dendrilisk in a scarf?
I'm a nega Aceron. Yeah!
I'm baser and nay.
I'm a bear.
Horse. He's Bane.
Baser and Nick!
Baser's like, of all the things I fear, that horse version of me haunts me.
It haunts my dreams.
Okay, so you guys have a screaming match for a few days.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And what's the plan? What's the plan?
We're going to Free Nocturnus to investigate.
I guess fly back, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you come back.
No,
Yeah, if they're having
no.
military parades, they're showing off the armor, people are training them and stuff. Did you leave technicians for it?
No.
Technicians are my worshippers.
They're gonna drain those guys real fast.
But once they join with the main fleet, they'll be able to recharge.
Yep.
You'll have to pick them up though, because
That's
With
fine.
like, what, 2 weeks of juice in them? How long can Godwalkers go
it
without?
depends on how long you even use them for.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be worried about it.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, you're back at the city. It's heart-wrenchingly beautiful. People are happy. Cobblestones and peasants and people skipping along, drawing chalk on the sidewalk.
Oh, I thought they hated castles.
There's a queen, Nicole, and a nightcast.
Come to think of it, not giving them the Shatterdome here is a pretty good move. They'll have to come to us to recharge their batteries.
Here we are all safe and warm.
What? We're all safe and warm?
Voltron reference to the mermaids that had mind controlling juice.
I specifically thought you were going to go in the direction of, do you know what you call the creator of the most powerful weapon in the world who has its only ammo? The most powerful man in the world. Meh.
Okay, how do we go about this, Mathiel?
Yeah, man, yeah, this is all. This is all.
I think we just asked for an audience.
I think they'll decline.
So do I, but that should tell us something.
I'm going to investigate where their fountains are getting their juice from.
They're generating them miraculously.
Which means if I buy one, I'll have infinite resources of this.
It's not for sale.
I go to whoever makes those stuff.
Sure, there's a commune of artisans and craftspeople.
I commission a portable one.
Oh no, we don't sell our services to people anymore. The art has to stay with the artist. Anything else would be tantamount to slavery.
Sure, you can,
Just like Ayn Rand!
sure, you can come along and live a happy life. Spread your art around. Have it seen by the world.
Oh no, we don't want to leave this place.
Now, kidnap them.
If we sell it, that'd be us admitting that you can partially own the means of our creative work, and that's just not true. Just like Ayn Rand!
Whatever.
John Galt's gonna blow up the railway!
Whatever. I'm an artificer. I can make these. If those fuckers can do it.
Why don't you just study their craft with them?
Because that would be like stealing their knowledge.
No, they're totally cool with you hanging out with them.
Sure, I'll hang out with them.
Okay, they're not making any more of these. They made all the ones they needed. Now they're making little, like, toys for kids.
What if one of them suddenly breaks?
What if indeed?
Just you have
What if coincidence?
artifice.
Exactly.
Just study it.
Wow! Like eye lasers come out and you just like look it over.
Yep.
Load the blueprints into your mind brain.
That's most of my other brains.
Oh Lord.
Motherfuck.
Huh.
Okay, it's a magic item that is bringing the water from someplace else.
Where from? Artifice.
Someplace
artifice,
else.
artifice.
It's defended with divine wards.
Oh no! What if I create an infinite hole and take all of the juices?
Infinite bag. You like you rip the fountain up for his moorings and flip it upside down and nail it into the sky, and then just put a bag under it.
Not no.
Whoa! You're making these noises the whole time.
Okay.
Alright, give me a I'm not gonna say give me a roll because it's a point. I'm a terrible GM at Godbound. Rolls are irrelevant. Make a miracle of artifice. Spend effort.
Spend effort. Done.
Alright, the rainbow juice is being provided from deep under the city.
Ooh. Now we just need to dig underneath.
This is literally her milk.
What milk?
She's being milked.
No, she's not being
milk or being milked.
Angel
not being
slurm.
milked. Like the goddamn maids from Fury Road, Nicole.
No.
Are you sure? It
Pretty
sounds
sure.
like that's what's happening.
No, she just brought over 10,000 unicorns. They're just pissing there on the floor and collecting them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of handmaids jerking off unicorns down there. That's exactly it, Peter. Very good. Fucking Voldemort's gonna cut their throats and get a half-life out of it. A cursed life.
Oh no.
Our games are terrible. Remember when Mouse Guard had none of this?
Yeah.
Absolutely zero.
I mean,
handmaids
you're
jerking
talking-
off unicorns. It didn't even come up once.
No. I mean, and then the Gearhouse is going weird towards the end.
She wasn't going weird. She was a perfectly coherent character.
Ah.
You fuck.
Oi.
Fucking Atris is a bit of a sycophant.
No.
You piece of shit.
#1 fan of the Witch King.
I'll stab you.
You're like my old slave master. Ah. How do you guys investigate?
Yeah, how
Are
do you
you-
guys fucking do it?
Are you coming with me to get an audience, or are you going to do something else?
No, I come and get an audience.
Alright, Queen Liberia is there.
What did they call?
No, Nicole! Don't ruin it for the audience.
Yes, that's what's going to do it.
Not the 2-hour screaming match.
Not the jacking off unicorns. The mentioning of female genitalia is what's
Yeah,
going
it's
to do
too
it.
far, man. You just got us kicked off YouTube. Twitter's demonetized us. Even mentioning a female nip is enough.
In light of the Grand Alliance between our forces and yours,
Let's
we
consummate.
were hoping that we might have a meeting of the highest councils. Specifically,
Yes,
we'd like
you
to
divinities
speak.
may meet with me.
We'd like to speak with the rescuer.
I'm afraid I have no authority over the rescuer. It is an enigmatic savior figure among our people.
Where does it reside?
It likes to keep its privacy, and we respect its autonomy. To not do so would be slavery. Look, I'm Nicole's
What
scrunched
an
up
amazing,
face.
flexible word.
It can be used to justify anything.
Can you tell me of it? I haven't met a being that's been described in such a similar fashion.
It came to us with the paladins. It's a mentor figure, a being of infinite compassion, mercy, and justice.
When did it first appear?
She wasn't around back then because she's not immortal.
Mhm.
So she's like, oh, she came with the paladins.
Wait,
Who are
why
the
are
paladins?
still alive?
They're magic.
Oh, I guess that was
Yeah,
the magical.
Who are the paladins?
the magical girls that you met, the 6 of them.
Oh, so the queen is not one of the magical
No,
girls.
she's just the queen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to talk to the paladins.
Bye!
She just gestures up some stairs that have waterfalls running over them to where they hang out.
So, how did you get to be queen?
Oh, once we overthrew the hateful devil tyrants that was the Nocturnian city and their bleak masters, I was installed as monarch.
By?
The people.
She's an elected queen, as all queens are.
Is she 14? Does she have a term limit?
No, she's like 30.
Oh, so she's not Amidala.
I was thinking it too.
I know, right? Fuck you guys.
My people wanted me to stay for longer, but no, I couldn't bear
The
myself.
terms of government on queens.
Yeah. Teenage queens.
Oh, go talk with the paladins.
Alright. Yeah, they live in a sprawling kind of training camp barrack estate. They're some of them are fist fighting, some of them are training, practicing music, calligraphy. Some of them are studying weird magic science and stuff. They all have very diverse personalities and hair colors and things to do.
I was hoping that you people would be able to tell me a bit more about your rescuer.
Okay, they're going to give you that first blurb again about it being of infinite mercy, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get basically that. So I'm just gonna cut past that part.
Okay. When did you first encounter it?
After we slew the Horned King, we sought out greater power and collective insight into how to better, assist the world, find a calling, find a way to make sure that the next day was better for the most amount of people. And in our searches, we found it.
And how have your interactions been between it?
She's great. She's a wise mentor figure, motherly.
She's taught you most of what you know, how to follow your path.
I'm gonna be so pissed if it's another one of me.
It's not another one of you, Nicole. Jesus Christ. You're in high gear. I told you what this is.
I don't know what it is.
It's an angel. It's just an angel. Literally what it says in the 10. You were saying.
I was saying, and she teaches you how to follow your path. She gives you guidance.
She guided us. We found it ourselves. We didn't really know what she was when we first met her. She appeared as just a mortal woman who would give us advice or help. And then as time went on and we mastered kind of our station in life and our ability, she revealed her true power.
And what is that true power?
She's a messenger of the non-existent gods.
The old gods.
The future neverborn.
Could you give us a moment?
Are you here? What
Oh yeah, I know. Lothar is playing quiet partially because any charisma check. No, Mattel's gonna win that one.
Mattel. That's what it is. Fucking Sears catalog.
Sorry, I've been doing extra hours. So I'm kind of Lothar's basically been quietly just sort of hanging around anonymously.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What did you say? We're okay?
I asked if you could give us a moment.
Oh, sure. Okay, Matt, you're alone with the Crusaders.
I have something to ask of you. I hope this stays between us as fellow champions of freedom and as people who try to do good. Even though I am a divinity, I myself often struggle to follow the correct path. I have made mistakes, grave mistakes.
Oh my
in the
god.
past.
Are you fucking papering over the pogroms?
Thou art our patriarch.
And I often find myself in need of guidance as well. If you are in contact with a being who is supernaturally wise and has led you on the path that you have walked, I would like to ask that you share this wisdom with me, that you allow me to speak to them, so that I too may get guidance.
Well, we can't grant access to her. That's up to her decision to make, and she's pulled back from the world now that we're sort of self-starting now. Our mission self-perpetuates itself. It's big enough to continue on its own and expand without her influence. She says that the world belongs in the hands of mortality, and the choices we make are defined by the fact that our lives are not endless like hers.
But you are occasionally in contact, and she is far more likely to appear to you than she is to appear to me. You could pass a message. You could let her know that I wish to speak with her, not even as equal to equal, but as a student to a master, as someone who would like to learn from her, to experience her wisdom. And I hope that I can trust your discretion in this, and that you would keep the secret from the other members of my pantheon.
We could reach out to her, but she's become very distant as of late. The war takes its toll, and she's very old.
I'd appreciate if you would do what you can.
She was 3 worlds ended before she was out of her prime.
Well, thank you. I'll head out.
Alright, you know, to Nanael.
Sorry, what?
You head out to
To Lothar.
Yeah.
You head out and see yourself.
Oh, fuck.
There's some time fucking going on here. They're tucked you in a loop.
They trapped you in the loop!
They done to us before we could do to them.
Smart.
Ah, this was my
Clever
happiest time.
Girls.
Is there anything else you want to do here?
No, I figured you had the best chance of listening to.
I mean, there's one lead. You know, we can see where the juice is coming from. It's coming somewhere below. Maybe that's where her lair is.
We're talking about this back on the ship, right? Not in the
Yeah,
town.
it's fucking private, not in the middle of the girls.
Okay.
Sure.
So if we're back on the ship, I'll fill you guys in on the conversation as well.
Okay.
Like, even the part that's supposed to be secret?
Yeah, because it's not.
Okay.
It's not actually a secret, but I mean, if they think I'm gonna relay everything back to the Pantheon, then they're not gonna actually
No,
put
of
me in
course.
touch with her.
Right.
That would be stealing their secrets. And that's slavery.
Okay, so how do we get deep below the earth?
We dig. We just start outside the city, dig down, and then to the side. And I will find where the juice is coming from.
with juice.
With these hands?
With these hands, goat hands.
Also, one of you has hammer hand, which is great for digging.
Is it?
It's a 10-foot fucking...
One of them has the basic Godbound artifice inherent power that makes you count as like 1,000.
Oh,
Do you have the
Laborers.
And if you use the advanced version of it, it's 6,000 laborers.
We can spend some time here. Dig, 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 dig.
Are you worried about us being seen?
Nah, we'll just put a privacy curtain. It'll be fine. Who'll be
They
looking
won't
out?
interrupt our privacy. That would be slavery.
Who'll be looking what's going on outside of
I'm
the
pretty
city?
sure digging under the city will be considered slavery as well, along with just about anything else.
Nobody owns land. That's saving of the land.
Freeing the slaves, that's slavery.
Yeah, you're forcing them.
Oh my god, guys.
That seems to be the gist of it.
It wouldn't be our game if we weren't just taking a shit.
Absolutely shitty.
They were shitty first.
They started this shit war, this shit storm.
It does sort of seem like this city is definitely, that's just the word. It's like freedom is an inherent positive, and literally anything you want to make good, you just attach it to it. It just seems to be the
Post
freedom
2001 America will remember that.
What does the Freedom Scouter say about his power level? He has oil!
They've got this magical juice that's rainbowy and so on.
Does
Yeah,
that magical rainbow oil juice?
yeah.
That's a
God.
metaphor.
Is this some sort of like massively outdated
Oil war metaphor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna the angel's gonna be Donald Rumsfeld.
There's rainbows in them
So-
rocks.
If Azazel is digging, I'm going to create a fog around the location where he's digging to obscure it. And I'm going
So,
to
like,
stay...
a crystal clear, beautiful land, and there's like a cylinder of fog.
No, I mean, I have enough power over the weather that I can blend it and make
You're
it
forcing
seem-
weather on people.
You guys
And
are
I'll,
taking this to a place that's going to get your ass kicked. Probably.
I'll stay in the airship and keep an eye out for anyone coming by.
All right, you're going to core on down.
Yep.
You skip an entire dungeon's worth of shit.
Oh no. There was a dungeon here?
Yeah, there's like a whole dungeon. There's this
How do we get?
fortification fortress thing.
How do we get in there?
And you could go in, but it's going to be a dungeon you'll have to crawl through.
Well,
Or you can continue to drill down and circumvent it and go right to the treasure room.
okay.
There it is. There it is. All right, you burst out of the side of beautiful, bright sky blue and stark white marbled walls.
Ah, I think I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Piece of shit. You piece of shit. 90% of my dialogue is calling Peter a piece of shit.
Oh dear.
I hate the Supreme Court allowing this lawlessness.
I am the Senate.
Okay. You're in a big, giant cave. I don't know if you want better adjectives than big and giant, but it's fucking big and giant and immaculately carved and looks beautiful. You feel like it's beautiful. Alright?
Yep.
Alright. In the center, there is a large cylinder of bright white light pulsing and spinning and a vaguely humanoid shape in the middle, like Zordon.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah, and in the bottom is a large amount of like celestial workings and it looks like a celestial engine actually that's been pulled out of the Uncreated Night, and it's been reformatted to do stuff with this. And this is just generating that liquid coming down the walls, pouring out everywhere, running in opposite directions, running against gravity.
Told you she was being milked.
Bitch.
Is the celestial engines not being milked? They're milking reality.
Technically, they're milking the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Motherfucker. Well, I think we found her. You're here? Or are they still in the ship?
Oh, I'm in the ship, but if you send me a message, I'll come
You
down.
didn't go with?
Well, I was watching out for people.
Zazel, strip this place of loot and say there was nothing here.
Just click
Take
on
your
your...
vengeance.
I'll just like encircle the whole dungeon, put it as my dragon's horn, and there.
Take
It's
your
all-
vengeance on the party for the entire game up to this point.
I mean, Crimson's not here.
Marcus.
Marcus. So yes, I inform you that we've struck a rainbow.
Okay, I'll come down.
Alright, here you are.
So there's a figure that looks like they're in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll walk forward. Do they give any indication that they notice I'm there?
No, it's just a shadow.
Oh
In
no.
the water. or
Is
in the
that
energy
somewhere
core.
else?
Artificer, what do you know of this?
Artificer, look!
Oh yeah, you're gonna scouter it?
Yep.
This is a big, complicated celestial engine that's been modified to make that bliss juice.
Ah, neat.
Yeah, the Angel is empowering the Nocturnian power core that's plugged into this engine, and it's using something below as fuel.
I don't know, we need to dig deeper. Below the engine.
It could be that tower that went missing.
This is the tower.
Ah.
Okay.
It's just been formatted.
It's drilled right into hell.
Could you figure out what below is powering it?
What below is powering it?
You're gonna walk up to it and like interact with it?
Sure. Get my greasy goat hands all
I know,
over.
right? An interloper touches the beacon. The voice echoes from the chamber. And all that.
Necron 5 answers. I'm sorry.
A vote has been declared. Well, did you bring here, guys?
I didn't bring anything.
Ah,
I thought.
I don't think this is going to be a fight.
I guess we did it the old school then. We'll see. We'll see.
Greetings. Hello.
What purpose do you have here?
We're trying to determine the power source for this fountain.
Why do you trespass on my domain, God of Freedom?
I'm sorry, am I not allowed here?
No one is. This is my refuge.
To whom am I speaking?
I am the rescuer, the last champion of justice.
That's what I was hoping. We actually came
Roll
in...
initiative. Not you. I thought that's what you were... that's what I was hoping. Roll initiative.
We actually came in search of you. This seemed like a way to get your attention.
That you have. What are these creatures you've brought before me?
These are my friends.
Unpure things.
Aren't we all?
No, not all of us.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why are you creating this this liquid for the city?
It is a gift I bestow upon the righteous people. Something to soothe the balm of the nightmare realm they are forced to inhabit.
You don't worry that in soothing them you create dependence?
There can be no dependence if one has a righteous heart. One's own morality fuels them away from a darker path.
But mortals have so many failings.
It is in their failings that they find strength to overcome. That's what makes them beautiful, Godling.
Yes, it does. So why have you hid yourself away?
My presence can only negatively influence their natural development. It is my prime directive to ensure that these people find their own path to freedom and justice, and not have it forced on them like some sort of collar.
But you've already interfered so much.
Desperate times, Godling.
Aren't all times desperate?
That sort of reasoning leads only to tyranny and fascism if every moment is an emergency. Uncontested, unlimited power in a time of eternal war. She's coming at you hot, man.
Yeah.
She's an angel. Who's had many, many thousands and thousands of eons to be very, very angry.
That's the exact type of people we are. Who broke the world?
We had a term for people like you in my world. Supermen.
That doesn't sound too bad.
It was a term that was spat out in the same breath as the Nemesis and the Demon Lord himself. Supermen. People who take the natural course of history like a river and drain it to build a dam.
How would you make a dam out of a river?
Nemesis. That is one thing that really grabs me. Why do you hate Dea so much?
She destroyed our world 3 times.
Man, that's a bad track record.
Yeah. Did she?
I don't know. Do we have an Acer here to confirm or deny this?
Look at Acer.
What, is Ace here?
I thought you said he was always here.
Sure,
but
no,
Dea's
I'm
not.
Oh, people got pissy last time I said he was here.
I mean, Nicole got pissy.
Fine, alright, he's here. We liberated the world 3 times. From tyranny.
And I mean, I'm no scholar, but I'm pretty sure you can only destroy a thing once.
That is true. You are no scholar.
I have a...
Stay
that's called-
in your lane, godling.
I think that's called scratch tech and so on, you know? When the world gets so destroyed, something scratches it back.
So, I have a question for you then. How is what is above different from the tyranny? You've created a force that is ruled by functionally by mortal beings, not the queen, who are going about and destroying all around them and conquering them in their name.
There is no conquest, only cleansing. There is no immortal rule, only passing champions. Paladins are a legacy handed down from one night to the next, a sword passing hands across the ages, eternally scratching against the wall of tyranny and bleeding the carcass of the demons of slavery and cruelty. The sword changes hands, it never dulls.
But they're still run by the same people. They have been for a long time, and they worship the same code, which is enforced upon all around.
Your appreciation for the longevity of the current batch of paladins holds no concept in a true span of time. Worlds will burn out, and hundreds of generations of them will pass.
What is your goal here?
To tend to my people and give them succor as they find their own way in life.
And how can I aid you?
She's like seeing how you can hear like the gears turning.
She's like, I wasn't expecting.
Kill Thea. Bring her body to me.
Continue as you exist, godling, stumbling through freedom and justice. Bring down Fui and Faust's mistakes. They were always 2 parts of the true nemesis of this world.
One?
Can you get any kind of read on this? Do you know where it is?
Where what was?
The angel.
It's right there, the shadow in the giant tube of power.
Oh.
Probably if you swing at it, it'll come and swing back at you.
Oh yeah, it's Archangel time.
Yeah.
Oh. Roll initiative.
Are you gonna attack?
Yes.
She was like, go kill the fucking hyper elves, and you're like, alright, murder time.
I was trying to lure it out.
Oh.
Go kill Faust.
I mean, I'm still gonna murder the hyper elves.
I mean, yeah, alright. Well, okay, let me pause. And we're back. So, you guys are going to attack the angel. It's going to be a fucking nightmare, and because it's late, we're going to call it.
Yep.
Okay, this will be an interesting opener to next week.
Yep.
So, I was Devin.
Nicole.
Tyler.
Peter.
Mark.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.